Is the cutting edge on our FM day I was there. You're listening to Cat Core and its cello. Rastaman chant. Very popular chant in the Nyabinghi house. We're there with you next Wednesday. We could be somewhere else, but we choose to be here tonight. Friday we went to Montego Bay, take part in that commemoration of Carroll Garden. Once again, the struggle continue. We have so much things to get through tonight the night. I will if I think we have to get through tonight the night, I understand, but world events, serious thing, world events. We say, I mean, I want to talk about Trump today. I want to talk about Trump tonight again, you know. Believe you me. Now, brother, it's not easy. We say every time the man says something, you know, every time the man, well, him not going to shut him out either, you know. Because I tell him why, tell him say he must act better than that, you know. But the man chat some things in the day, you know, but if abortion illegal in America, woman should get punished. Not the man them, though. The man easy, the man really not easy. If take up the whole thing, you know. You know, say, if me was another candidate, would have jealous, you know, because if something bigger go on for me, you know, and Trump, like something bigger go on for one of them, like today, something bigger go on for Cruz, and then everything take up is this woman where him bodyguard, him representative, supposedly grab her. And appear that upon the TV. And then, meanwhile, after that, I got done now. You hear say, him go talk about abortion and that. I tell you, last night him say, Japan and South Korea, them should allow them to have nuclear weapons to protect themselves. And them should have done away with NATO. But I see where him dropping the place where them are going to run in next week. The brother named Cruz. But it's the first time I ever seen a party a struggle to become presidential, and them have more fighting a go on in the party than with the other, like Republicans a fight against Republican more than how them a fight against the Democrat. I mean, like them arm every force to get rid of Trump, you know. It's like we have to get this man by any means necessary. We have to get rid of him. I don't know what happened. But American politics is something different, totally different. Believe you me, sitting for the past couple of weeks and watch it is like you get a different perspective of how them people they design and run them things. Democrats totally different from Republican, how them run for them things. You can't get the majority vote and still not win. You know, it's like you get the majority vote, but you get more delegates. You win, you know what I mean? So it's like enough things. And then now we look on the other side in Europe now where the little youth, them, most of them under 32, you know. And them I still use to do them dirty work. May I tell you? It's dangerous out there. It's dangerous out there, but it's dangerous all here so too. We see the police are going terrible. When I say terrible, I mean like them just find about 7,000 pounds of ganja down at the wharf there, down at Marcus Garvey there. 7,000 pounds of ganja. I wonder if them really wear that thing they properly do. 7,000 pounds of ganja, enough ganja that, you know. Enough ganja that. But when them going to do it? Burn it. Because I see here, them refer to it as drug. A contradiction. Them find 7,000 pounds of ganja and this drug was this and that and that. May I say, wow. The language is still the barrier. The language is still the barrier, man. That's why Rastafari create them own language within the language. And people say semantics, but it's not really semantics. Rasta deal with the sound. It's the power of the word that come through the sound. Not necessarily understanding how to write it or spell it, but knowing that when you say it, it have more effect than when you write it. So the Rastaman say word sound have power. So Rastaman only look on ganja and say it's a drug. Just like him now said, oppressor. Because if you're going to press something much down, you're going to press it down. So him say down pressure, and people say, what kind of foolish thought that you never go to school? But it's the word sound that have the power. You know, when you say you're going to live, or you're going to lie, or you're alive, it's the same way you spell it. But you don't spell it when you say it. It's how you use it, determine what you're talking about. So LIV is live and LIV is live. So man, those I am living. I am living. Him say I am living. And him say I am alive. The same spelling, but different way to use it. So it's the power, it's the sound and the power that decide the strength of what you're saying. It's like when a man said those beautiful words that them say is bad word. A man win lottery and him say the same word like when him buck him to. Him buck him to and bruise off him to, he hear him say the same word like when him win $100 million. So at what stage it bad? And people say Jesus. Jesus is a bad word because a man buck him to him say Lord Jesus Christ. People shouldn't be allowed to say that. If you know what I mean. Because GEEZAS is what Jamaican people say, but it's not the spelling, it's the sound. If you understand what I'm saying. Word sound have power. So when a man says Jesus, Lord Jesus Christ, look what the boy do. Lord Jesus, them kill me one son. It's not necessarily Jesus, J-E-S-U-S, on the cross, they matter about, because then the Rasta man will come around and say J-E-S-U-S, it's not Jesus, it's Jesus. So everybody has spelled the thing and don't watch where the pronunciation of the thing in the context of which the thing is used. So when me say Jesus, me buck me toe, I look how them kill me one son. Jesus, look how them kill me one son. We just use it as a word, exclamation. Not nothing to do with no man pan no cross. It just have to do with a bad word. Jesus is a bad word. Most people use it as a bad word. As a matter of fact, it was good that them killed Jesus. That's why them call it Good Friday. That's everything. And Rastaman say, them brutalized Rasta upon the same Friday and him says bad Friday. You see what I'm talking about? It's the power that the word, it's the sound that give the word power, not the spelling of the word. And Rasta man more than anybody else in Jamaica understand the language on that level that him can say ital and give it a stronger strength than natural. Understand? Him say I and I instead of me and you. Because him say you is second person, that there's no second person. Because everyone is I. When you see that one over there is I, you say, so I and I is one. So there's no you. You is two. And we don't work with two. It's just simple that. When the man say, the Rasta man say, the men them. Instead of, him say man and man, him not deal with plurality. There's no plural in Rastaman language. No plural. Rastaman not talk in plural, that is double talk. Rastaman talk in the singular. So when him say man and man, men and people, they say men, but him say men are gay guy. When I work with men and men. Men is gay. Rastaman say man and man meaning more than one man. And if him refer to the next person, him not say you. Him say I and I. I just saw. So his words sound have power. Lesson in language. This is the cutting edge on IRFM.
Yes, let's Jah arise and all his enemies scatter.
Cutting Edge on RFM. We want to interview Roger Stefan in Jamaica. For those of you who don't know Roger Stefan, he has the biggest collection of reggae, paraphernalia, music in the world. You understand? We want to talk to him because he is in Jamaica. And he want to dispose of the whole thing. He want to dispose of it to Jamaica.
Is it material things we're after?
As far as I have any money on him there. Could I really make you just jump up and buy it? Because me I tell you. You ever see it yet? Me I tell you, man, the man of Bob Marley that do some things where you don't believe, say. Them things they get recorded. Me I try to figure out all the way. Me I talk to him and say, where you get them things they from? Believe you me. Anyway, we want to talk to Roger Stefan. We're there with you and we just talk about Roger and him artifacts, him museum piece, which should be in Jamaica. It's weird that them thing there is collected by a white man from Los Angeles. And it can't come to Jamaica because the people them who can, whether private sector or otherwise, government or otherwise, is not interested because it's reggae music. It's reggae music, you understand? Just like how them build almost sports center and pure music are playing at the center them. From Kingston to Montego Bay, most of the sports center them is mostly music playing at them. Yet still, them cannot have a facility to accommodate the music. How much time we are going to say that? We can't stop saying it. We can't stop saying it.
He who seeks justice know the value of justice too.
Turtle run, you know, say, I know a rabbit run. You know, say, if you bet your money now, at the rabbit you bet pan. Well, the story is that the rabbit a run so fast that him does to the turtle. So him decides I'm going to lead down underneath a tree and go and rest and drop asleep. And the turtle just crawl and just pass the finishing line. And the rabbit still asleep. And play the original rhythm where that tune they come from. Salah. This is the Cutting Edge on RFM. Good night. Good night.
Good evening, Buddha.
Wait a man. Oh gosh, man. Yes, sir. You're still in Jamaica, I assume.
A few more hours.
Okay. You can't hear me properly?
Final, yes, I.
Okay, all right. So which part of Kingston are you there now?
I'm on a street called Strathern in, I guess it's New Kingston.
Okay. I noticed you make the rounds them this time. You've been all over the place.
Oh my gosh, today was my university day.
All right, what you need to do now? You need to come nearer to the phone, or if you dip on a speaker, you take it off of the speaker. I don't know what's going on. It sounds low like.
Oh, well, it's somebody's cell phone, and, you know, I'm the only guy in Los Angeles who doesn't have a cell phone.
All right, well, this is not Los Angeles now, so you have to work with the cell phone. Try to put it up near to your mouth and make we talk about this thing. So, we're talking to Roger Stefan. Roger Stefan is the man where have the most reggae, most this, most that in reggae music, and rock steady, ska, everything, Jamaican. So, a man like you get to start. A man who did in the army, got Vietnam, and you tell me say you live in Morocco. I mean, how a man like you get to go interested in a reggae to the point where you have the biggest collection of paraphernalia and thing of Bob Marley and other artists?
Well, that's a question I've asked myself several times because I never set out to do that movie. I'm 73 years old. I'm first generation rock and roll, and I grew up in New York City with Alan Freed and Jocko Henderson on the radio and listening to mostly black music as a young white kid in Brooklyn and then in New Jersey. And the soul, the harmonies, the gospel music on Sunday morning as my parents were getting me dressed to go to church, to Mass. That's what moved me. And in the 60s, I loved the consciousness that came into the music with the folk movement and with Bob Dylan. And that kind of all died around 1970 when the huge corporations bought out all the independent record labels and really denatured the revolutionary aspect of the music. And I was looking for something to reignite my musical passion. And in 1973, like many Americans of my generation, we fell under the spell of The Harder They Come and the soundtrack to that movie and the Catch a Fire album by Bob Marley and the Wailers. And I've always been a public speaker and a writer. And when a subject interested me, I would save it. In this case, I took an article from Rolling Stone called The Wild Side of the Paradise that became that book, Jah Revenge, and Babylon and a Thin Wire by Michael Thomas with Adrian Booth's photographs and Arthur Gorson's photographs. And that blew me away. I had never even heard the word reggae before. I was astonished that something from a place so close to the United States had never penetrated. And I wanted to find out everything I could about it. I came here for the first time 40 years ago. Michael Badley declared the national state of emergency and came to Kingston to buy records. And found out that I probably could buy more reggae in San Francisco at that time than I could find in Jamaica. And in 78, I met a man named Hank Holmes who had 8,000 reggae records and had never left Los Angeles in his life. Okay. And we tried for a year to get it on the air, and finally the National Public Radio Station, KCRW in Los Angeles, gave us a show. And that show, for most of its run, was 4 hours commercial-free on Sunday afternoon. It was the most popular non-commercial radio show in all of Los Angeles. And our first guest was Bob Marley. And we started a television show in 1980 called LA Reggae, and C.C. Smith and I started the Beat magazine in 1982. 1984, I was committee and served as its chairman for 27 years. And we started a syndicated show called Reggae Beat International that went to 130 stations all over the world. So all of these things, and a short stint as National Promotions Director of Island Records. I did the Night Nurse album, I did Confrontation, I did King Sunny Ade for them. Yeah. And a short stint at Elektra doing True Democracy, which I still think is the best Steel Pulse album. Yeah. I've been involved in the music in just about every way possible except promotion.
All right.
So that's a quick look at my reggae.
You're mind-boggling about when we see at your place now, especially like over the years when we come at your house. When I ever talk about the boat now, me see you have some things and you play some things. I mean, I wonder, you get them something there because them things they only happen in Jamaica. Them recording there and them rehearsal with Bob and Bob never got far and go rehearsal. Me hear you play some rehearsal that what happen, not even in a Hope Road, but some place where him one sit down and just drum some guitar and you come to get in these things? Tell me.
Well, that's a huge question, as you can imagine, Muta. In the 70s and the 80s, particularly in North America, if you didn't collect on tape or VHS, you were going to miss 90% of the music that came out of Jamaica because the pressings were so small. So disc jockeys and collectors around make tapes of the records they found that share with each other. And, you know, I didn't make a note of the music that now fills 7 rooms, floor to ceiling at my house. A lot of people sharing a lot of great music with each other. So I was just part of that wonderful chain that made reggae live in other countries.
All right. Where will I explain? Like, for instance, now, me in a Jamaica rehearse, and me go to Los Angeles, and me here, you have a tape with me a rehearse in my house. You get that? Yeah, laugh.
Job provide.
No, nobody tell me that. Hey, watch out, man. Me know say you not a Christian. So nobody tell me about job provide, not man. Me why you know how you get me in my house and yours. And when me look, me don't see nobody in my house but me and yours. And when me go to Los Angeles, me see have a tape with me and rehearse in my house. How you get it? Not tell me say a job provider.
Yeah, I have absolutely no idea how I got that.
Because this man, for those of you who don't know, for those of you who don't know, it's a Roger Stefan.
You know,
Roger Stefan have some things that Bob Marley. Bob Marley never remember saying they do them things there.
Yeah, which one?
Which one? Whole heap of things when me see have a Bob, a rehearse, a talk.
Yeah.
And think I wonder how this man get them things. I mean, not see him fly come to Jamaica every minute. Him not live at Jamaica. I mean, I hear you tell me how much T-shirt you have with Bob Marley Panalo. How much T-shirt you
about
have?
1,500.
50.
So Bob Marley shirts probably about 600.
From all over the world.
Altogether about 100 T-shirts.
Yeah, all right. What may I say? People just send it because they know you're a collector. Because I know you don't go most of the country them where you get the T-shirt from.
Which country?
No, I'm saying that I know that a lot of the T-shirts you have of Bob Marley, is it because people know that you're a collector why them send it? Because I know that a lot of the T-shirts you have from the different parts of the world, you never been to that country. So, like, people just send you the T-shirts because them know you're a collector.
Or people travel who know that I'm interested in these things.
Yeah.
And they bring them back to me. In fact, Muta, this is funny. Just before I left Los Angeles last week, I got a letter, a package from Packy Valley, who does the Midwestern Reggae Festival in Cleveland every year. He had just been to Dubai in the Arab Emirates, and he sent me this jet black T-shirt. And there's a line of Arabic writing. It almost looks like something from ISIS. And it's all across the chest in Arabic. And it means one love.
No one writing. You're afraid for it because you think they are going to blind your ISIL. Because Arab writing on it. All right, I ask you something. Because, all right, the other day, you and two of your brethren, including Colin, come up on my house. I'm going to see about a T-shirt. The throne of a T-shirt with Mutabaruka. I do some poetry reading somewhere. Me never see the T-shirt yet. I'm going to say, oh, you get those T-shirts. Because me do the show. The promoter made the T-shirt them. And at the first me I the T-shirt them, so me I say, but wait. Oh, 3 people come on my yard with a T-shirt. When me do a show, when me never do. When me never have. Me want to find a promoter the Rasta. Because I don't understand them thing there. I don't understand them thing there at all. But I find say you're a good collector. Yeah, where was it?
Well, I'm going to make sure when I get home that you get all the T-shirts you want from that concert.
Like,
yeah, all 3 of us for the Mutabaruka at the Charlemont Reggae Festival in the Berkshire Mountains of western Massachusetts. And the cameraman and the director and I all showed up at Muta's house wearing his T-shirt that he had never seen before.
No,
That's the world of reggae, Muta. You know that.
Yeah, I know. But I know this one man garbage is the next man goal. And there's a lot of things that I say Jamaican people discard. And then the next man take it up and make it into some serious golden souvenir. You know, I mean, like I the first show I did in America, in New York. I go a bridging out and I see him have the poster. And I mean, you never ever think say you could have saved the poster them and now my lady start save everything. She say everything. Every time I go somewhere she say bring back the poster. Because that is one of the things will fill up your museum. A lot of the old posters and the den posters of Marley, when he did shows for the first time in certain places, you actually save the poster then.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I've saved everything that I've come across in the past 43 years that had anything to do with reggae, Rasta, Jamaica, Ethiopia, all the things that a study of great roots Rasta reggae music leads to. It's changed my life as it has for so many millions of people around the world.
Yeah.
And the main object of my collecting in this century has been the internationalization of reggae music.
Yeah.
That fascinates me, the places that it has found its way to adapt the local culture into the basic heartbeat of reggae rhythms. It's an amazing story, and I continue to follow it to this day.
All right, me could go to this thing that you want to, that it appears to me that it's become a burden now, and you need to deal with it in a way that Jamaicans can benefit. And this is the collection that you have, 40 years of collection of Jamaican culture, music, whatever is the culture of Jamaica. You have the largest collection, and you want to Jamaica to have first choice to set up that what you have in Jamaica. And I noticed that you have been trying to get it in Jamaica for years now, years. How far you reach with that?
Like about 25.
Yeah, how far you reach with it? Oh, I mean, you've been to Jamaica so much times trying to deal with people. How far you reach with? Is there any takers in Jamaica?
Well, as you say, I really wanted to come to Jamaica. It's Jamaica's national heritage. It belongs in Jamaica, and I've tried so many times to find a way to do it. But I have a couple of things that are not negotiable. The collection must remain intact. It cannot be broken up. And it must be made available to the public while all the artist rights are respected. Those are my bottom line. And so far, the offers I've had were unwilling to do all of that. So I have some very serious people in America right now who are making strong advances, and I'm giving Jamaica this week one last chance to try to get it together. I'm asking the same price that I asked in 2001 when I first met with the Institute of Jamaica, because I wanted to come here.
All right, wait, stick up in. When you went to the Institute of Jamaica, what did they say to you?
They said that they wanted the collection. They would try to get a UNESCO grant for cultural preservation. And they found out that if they were given that grant, they couldn't make any money off the collection. They couldn't commercialize it in any way. So that fell through.
So what happened to the government itself? That this thing could be a money-earning, money-making thing for Jamaica. I mean, the money that you ask in feed, I have seen say in 1 year them could have made back that. So what did they say to you, the government? I mean, when you approach the government, what did they say?
Well, they wouldn't agree to keep it intact, and I didn't want to see it on eBay in 6 months.
Why them though? Wait, hold on. When you say them though, them not agreeing to keep it intact, what they want to do? Separate the different aspect of it, or tell me, explain that.
Well, I don't know. You'd have to ask what they meant by breaking it up.
Who I must ask?
I don't want it broken up ever.
Tell me who I must ask, because I will go ask them. Roger? Oh, you get so dumb, Rasta.
Yeah, I think sorry, your voice broke up.
I'm saying, you say I must ask them. I am asking you, tell me who I must go and ask, because I will go and ask them.
You tell me who the powers that be are these days. Listen, what I would really like to see is the collection.
Man, I go around the question.
Roger. Have a benefactor.
Roger.
Somebody who loves Jamaica.
Roger.
And give it to the university. Yes, I.
Listen, watch out now. Me know say he's a man straightforward, and he's a straightforward man from me know you. Me just ask you a simple question a while ago. I don't know why you don't want to tell me who I must go to figure ask why, what is the purpose of separating the whole thing? Whom should I go and ask?
Which person?
Well, if you want to tell me the person to that better, but tell me, well, the ministry, which ministry you just suggested it to, and they say they want to separate the whole thing.
Oh, I mean, the culture, Mr. Culture.
Okay, so that would be Babsy Grange then. That would be Babsy Grange.
I don't really think it should be under any politician's control.
Okay.
I think it needs academics. It needs people who are historians, people who are reggae professors, people who understand the importance of music to your entire country's history and the integral part it plays. And I think you'll find that among academics more than politicians.
Well, I don't know if the academics have the money. I don't know if
the music and buy it for the country.
I don't know if the academics have the money, though. Are the academics not necessarily the ones who...
No, but the academics can talk to the people who have money.
By that time, your son are gonna be your age. By the time them talk to the people, your son going to be your age, man. And you say you laugh. You say you 70 years old. I mean, like, your days is here. You need to get it together.
Yeah, man.
But it's really a shame and a shocking shame that there's no takers in Jamaica for such a archive. I mean, there's no takers. I mean, wow, this is serious, man. It's very serious. You see the problem with that?
It is. I mean, people are just appalled when they come to Jamaica and they try to find...
It's very serious. You see the problem with that?
It is. I mean, people are just appalled when they come to Jamaica and they try to find something like the Reggae Museum, the Reggae Center, whatever you want to call it, and there isn't any. A place where people can hear the music, study the music, see the artifacts, buy the records, talk to music makers, see the vast history displayed on the walls. I mean, my exhibition of my archive in 2001 at the Queen Mary in Long Beach drew thousands of people.
May I tell you, I have been
we
there.
filled I think, a 5,800 square foot place with 1% of my collection.
Have you spoken to Herbie Miller?
Yeah, Herbie gave us a tour for the Livicated film yesterday of his museum downtown. And he's frustrated as hell because he can't find anybody who'll finance his Jamaican music museum.
All right,
he says he's been trying for years, and I know he has. And he's
Herbie Miller,
a wall every time.
Herbie Miller is trying to do something downtown that is like not even 1/10 of what you have. And it's still not getting anywhere with them.
Right.
What you have would have full up the whole space of Herbie Miller there and have more uptown. You'd have to go to a digital building to put where you have there. You understand? And me I say now, I'm saying to you already, we see so much money pumped in the sports. And I am not crying down the sports. But they have places that is built for sports over and over. And most of the time when you look at those sports places, it's music are playing there. Herbie Miller downtown try to get the thing together. And him a ball say the recognition that is necessary and important to make the thing move. Nobody now play it, not even band buying them a play it. Now here comes you now with the biggest archives of anything dealing with reggae music, rocksteady music, anything. And you are reached like 70 years old now. Maybe you have to go run for President Sanders like Sanders. I don't know. I mean, it's terrible. It's weird. I don't know. I think you should have got to some of these young private sector managers. You know, the people that are my age and your age now, them gone. Them not really interested in that thing again. I think you should have tried penetrate the young managers of today in the private sector. You know, how you see that?
Well, you know, a lot of these people grew up on Bob Marley. They love Bob Marley.
Yeah, they
And
love Bob
they could
Marley
have
also.
the biggest Bob Marley museum on earth if they got my archive, and that would open the door to a lot of other artists to get recognition
Yeah,
as well,
hold on,
which is what I want.
Hold
I
on,
want the world to remember Joe Higgs.
wait, hold on.
All the other great artists.
Wait, hold on, I could take some ad here. I could take some.
Adrenaline Power, the energy drink that gives you the power you need to keep you going. Day or night, Adrenaline Power is the performance that brings you back up to speed. Feel the power with guarana, ginseng, and vitamins. Adrenaline Power satisfies your energy needs. Keep going. Adrenaline Power. Power up your day.
Spring it up, where the farm and garden supplies from Agro-Grace. Prices have been reduced on cabbage, carrots, sweet pepper, and other fruit and vegetable seeds.
Roger Stephens on the line here, the man who have the biggest collection of anything named reggae music, named T-shirt, paraphernalias, anything to deal with reggae, Jamaican culture, him have it time yard. So, and he's trying to let it go in Jamaica. For what he says to me is a very small price, believe you me. So I don't know how, well, I tell you, you know. So you say you have some people who's interested in it in New York, in America?
Oh yeah, there's two separate sets, and they're both very keen on it. And, both of them would be good fits, and they both would live up to my necessary things, and keeping it intact and making it available to the public. But I'm trying to give Jamaica one final chance to get it together by May 1st and find a way to bring it down here at that.
By May 1st, you've been by May 1st. After 20 odd years, I hear you are do this thing here. I years me do hear that. I years me hear you try bring it cover Jamaica and it not work. But I know. It's terrible. Anyway, Roger, I wish you good tidings and blessing, and I hope that someone out there, if it's even the private sector, will recognize the importance of that collection and make an effort to make you dispose of it in Jamaica. If not, what can I say? If you send it to America, make it stay America. I don't know what I can say about that. You know, I mean, I don't know what I can say. So, you know, we hope that somebody will take heed and don't make the thing stay in America. Because you do the hard work already to collect all of them things. There's time now. People recognize how important it is that if a man can spend most of his life I collect Jamaican cultural things, and now he want to bring it to Jamaica and him do have no takers. It's terrible. It's terrible, you know? So
yeah. Well, Buddha, I just want to say publicly how very grateful I have been all these years for your friendship. I remember you did your first interview on the radio in America with me in 1982.
First time I come to America, you did the interview.
Start of a very fruitful relationship, and I know you have been pushing for Jamaica for years to get it together to do the collection, and I'm so grateful to you for that support. Your voice means so much to so many people. Your integrity is manifest, and I thank you for it. It's been wonderful for you to do that. Thank you.
Yeah, man, and we hope say everything work out for you. We know it's going to work out one way or another. It's going to work out. You remember the brethren that you say I must do the jingle for from the Ivory Coast?
Yes.
I like it.
DJ Spongy Reggae.
I want him. You have a number for him. If you can tell Colin must call me and give me his number.
I may. I'll check it out, and I'll do that as soon as we get off.
Yeah, I want him to do something for me, because I'm going up there and I want him to do something for me. Very important something.
Good. Well, I think, he's pretty popular on the radio in Abidjan, so, I'm sure the people bringing you over there probably know him. If I can't find his number, you'll be able to find once you get there.
All right, what's his name?
DJ Spongy Reggae.
DJ Spongy Reggae. Right that wrong for me now. DJ Spongy Reggae.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. I'm going to look for him then. I'll find him.
And have a wonderful time in the Ivory Coast.
Yeah, man. Give thanks, man. And I see you somewhere in the world because I know that he's a man that travel all over the world. Present Bob Marley to the world. Australia, New Zealand, you name it. But yeah, by the way, this story about this cassette that them put in the racket, tell Jamaican people about it for me now.
About the what?
The CD, not CD, the DVD, I'm going to say VD, the DVD that was shot of Bob Marley put it in the capsule that will come back to the earth.
That's the first I've heard of it. Unless it's one of the people on the space station who brought his music up there.
Yeah,
that must be what it is.
They put one of his performers.
Yeah, I've read something about that. One of the astronauts is a real Bob Marley fan. They played his music on the space station.
Very, very important. Very important. That means that when it come back, when we gone and people see that, them going to really... And it's Bob Marley. It's from Jamaica. Can you believe that? Bob Marley all in a space.
Yeah, man.
Bob Marley all in a space. It's amazing. It's amazing. Anyway, give thanks, Roger. Give thanks.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. All right.
Muta, thank you very much for taking this time tonight. I love you.
Yeah, man.
I love to you and all your listeners and all my friends in Jamaica. I was called an honorary Jamaican recently, and I can't think of anything that would make me prouder.
Yeah, man. Give thanks. Yeah, that was Roger Stefan from out Los Angeles. As we say, he have a collection to, really, you know, and from I know Roger, well, not from I know him, but years now, he's trying to make it available to Jamaica. And it's like, the people them who supposed to deal with it. If you even take Herbie Miller, look at Herbie. Herbie Miller, them have Herbie Miller down at town, you know, I do a reggae museum and it. But Herbie Miller do long so it's nothing compared to what this man have. Not when I say not, I mean like it's like a pin to a 10-inch nail. Believe you me, it's like what Herbie Miller have done so when called reggae museum. It's like you have a command pin. Where Roger have a California, it's like a 10-inch nail. And you know if you put a 10-inch nail beside a command pin, it come like nothing. And Herbie Miller, I find it very difficult to project and progress with this thing. And this, what this man you have, which I have seen, and many away who venture into California and go up on the boat and say, really, man, it make you feel like, wow. And you know what? It's all about which part the music are come from, you know. It's all about where the music is coming from. The music are come from a group of people from in the 50s that was despised and rejected and outcasted. It's a terrible thing. The residue and this dreadful thing that them call dreadlocks. Dreadful. Still don't come off of the minds of these people. Them love Bob Marley because the world. Bob Marley was very popular. I hate you when people that talk about Jamaican people never recognize Bob Marley, see. I hate you when them say that. Bob Marley was recognized in Jamaica. The Wailers was recognized in Jamaica before him recognized abroad. It's uptown people and politicians never did recognize Bob Marley. And when Bob Marley bust out in a foreign there and become who Bob Marley is now, look at anything like ganja. When ganja illegal and them still call it drug, me go in a tourist board office in a Montego Bay and see Bob Marley picture with a big ganja spliff in her mouth. These people is terrible. Terrible set of people them. Look what Rastafari has done. And at extension, reggae music. And it's very difficult. I am told that the Emancipation Park was earmarked to put what I am always lobbying for, a music hall. And many people say, no, we can't put that in the old league of them come up and mash up New Kingston. Imagine that. Imagine that. And when them are concerting, they are the same dirty people, them bring in there to come play and do free concert and do all that of thing. A reggae artist, most of the time when in the pack of people, a reggae artist pack it up. Reggae artists pack up that. Emancipation Park. And we are told that it was earmarked for a musical. And the business people them ball out. Ball out. And them still a ball out. Dirty Rasta them come up, they come like how them ball out both uptown when name the when Usain Bolt Usain Bolt time yard. You know, Bob Marley say, I want to disturb my neighbors. I tell you, say that terrible song that. Well, I disturb him neighbors, but it's a terrible thing. It's a terrible thing. And you know what happened now? He might get an offer in America. And it go put up in America. And the same diaspora and Jamaican people, they are New York and California, they go there and say, do you mean say this couldn't be at Jamaica? At Jamaica, this for there. When them going to the museum and say, we are going, or them go say, them think I should have at Jamaica. And them not see it important or necessary to do what it is necessary to bring it to Jamaica. Anyway, the struggle continues. This is the cutting edge on RFM. Cutting edge on RFM. We have on the line Dr. Michael Barnett. Good night.
Yes, good night, Mota. How everything?
Everything is going on fine, man.
Yeah, man. We give thanks, you know.
So we'll go through another Carol Garden commemoration.
Yes.
Yeah. So, you see the thing going now? What I hear when the attack, and I hear the lady, what was the forward move happening there? What was supposed to happen again?
Well, we were deliberating. The panel was myself, Arlene Harrison Henry, who is a public defender. Marcus Goff was also on the panel, and Dr. Clinton Hutton was the moderator for the panel, and the objective of that discussion was the way forward, having tabled a report on Carroll Gardens to Parliament. And Parliament, as you know, will have to look at the report for further action to be made. And this is important, but the purpose of that gathering was to garner suggestions from the Rastafari community as to, you know, what additional recommendations could be made to the ones that Arlene Harrison had tabled in her report, and to you know, add to her recommendations or modify them. But as you know, unfortunately, we never got to talk that much about the report. But let me say, before I say anything else, that I like the fact that she came through with the report. She finished it up. It was a work in progress. So the fact is that it would have already been started when she came on board, but she followed through. She finished the report. She's handed it to Parliament. So she should be commended on doing that,
Of course.
I always commend people on putting the first foot forward.
And it's in there and now.
It's there now. And in fact, I can tell you that I have You know, I've had myself deliberations with Mike Henry,
Yes.
who is now the cabinet minister for work.
I play him thing from like 2007 last week.
Yes. Well, he was actually trying to make it down to the event on Friday, but he was under the weather, so he wasn't able to make it. But what he did do was he sent me a text message to deliver to the community, to the community. I don't know if you heard that, but I still have the text message on my phone. I can read it.
Yeah, man, read it, man. Because
yeah, man. So what Minister Mike Henry has said, his message to the populace, the Rasta community, was, now that I have assumed office as a cabinet minister, it's even more incumbent on me to pursue reparations, both internal and external, in my dual capacity as citizen and being part of the decision-making body of the country. And then he goes further to say, and I will begin to seek to see it brought to the final decision-making body. Acting on this from the inside, it's my intention to push for the Minister of Justice to bring all the issues to one table, as the Parliament has voted on the demand for external reparations from chattel slavery, and I have always coupled all my beliefs in an equal need for reparations for coral gardens and all other abuses of the rights of Rastafari as well. I commit then to take my fight as strong internally as I have sought to do for external reparations. Yours truly, Mike Henry.
You how are you doing, my brethren?
Yes.
How are you forward that text to me, you know?
Yes, man. I go forward the text to you, man. You know?
That text to me,
It's there.
We're not going to come out fighting, our brethren.
No, I don't come off of it.
You know, especially with him, you know. Especially with him.
Well, after my thing is, you know, all said and done, Mike has been forthcoming on the reparation struggle, and we give thanks. I mean, he's been more vocal than any other minister in government.
I have heard him for the years. I have to hear him, but I'm saying that, you see, if we don't continue vocalizing what we believe and what we want, we don't want a lapse go on.
Yeah, exactly.
That's why I play the it's from this government, you know.
Yes.
I've been on it from the 2 program them, you know.
Same.
I play Jalide. I don't know if you did hear the thing I play with Jalide from them time there.
I probably missed that, you know.
You know who Jalide do? You know?
Yes, man. I know Jalide, man.
Jalide was in Africa trying to connect with the leaders of Africa in terms of reparation.
Yes.
The reason why I played that tape was to show that the reparation people should actually involve African leaders in the reparation, just like how Rastafari was involving African leaders spearheaded by Jalide in Africa.
Same.
We should take up the reparation committees. Should not leave what Jalide was doing in Africa to just go like that.
Yes.
There should be a connection and make it even stronger.
Yes.
African leaders is connecting with the reparation that is this part of the world. So, and then now I played Mike Henry last week.
Yes.
Because in 2007, Mike Henry came up and done Dump Up Beach, and he made that speech.
Okay.
And I don't want the word sound and the power the project out there to just draggle. So because even the public defender carrying this thing to Parliament, we're not gonna make quiet. I don't believe how much problem them have, how much 1.5 million and $18,000 where them can't find. We want this thing to stay upon the burner.
Yes.
We want it to stay upon the burner because this is the year 50 years.
50 years since His Majesty's visit to Jamaica.
Yes. So we don't want this thing. Anyway, you know what I'm talking about. You know?
Yes, man.
So may I ask you, please, forward the text to me.
I'm going to forward that to you, more.
Don't rub it off on your phone.
No, man. It's still up on the phone. In fact, yeah,
all right.
Yeah, man.
So now, me could come to this 50-year anniversary.
Yes.
you have been spearheading this what you call the reenactment.
Yes, following the footsteps of His Majesty.
Because this is not the first somebody. This has been done before. As a matter of fact, we have done outside broadcasts.
Same.
In a motorcade from the airport, IRFM.
Yes.
Motorcade from the airport, and this is something that now you is taking up with His Majesty grandson.
Yes.
All right. I on the program too.
Yes.
And he was telling me the itinerary of what is going to happen from the airport to the different places.
Yes. And I want to make that clear, and I'm glad you said that, because there are some. It's unfortunate, but some ones out there who seem to be confusing the issue with the motorcade. But here it is, the motorcade that will involve His Imperial Highness Prince Amias. Because, as you know, Muta, I am the designated coordinator for the royal visit of Prince Amias.
Okay.
I mean, others can be doing other things, but...
I never know that.
Man, I am, and I can tell you that, and I even have, the written authorization and so forth. Because the fact of the matter is, ones may not know this, but I was the one who brought him here in 2008. Remember Prince Amias came in 2008?
Yes.
And he spoke, and he traveled around Kingston primarily. Yes, man, I coordinated that visit, and we've known each other for years.
Yes.
So it's this is like not just an aberration. The thing is, he knows me, I know him, and he entrusts me to carry out the visit in a professional manner and execute it, with due consideration and professionalism. See? So my thing is that everybody has their role to play, but I have been host to His Imperial Highness on several occasions. Yes. In fact, I hosted him at Florida International University twice. He came. I also hosted him at University of Miami. Brought him here in 2008 to Jamaica. So tell me something. So the thing is that at the end of the day, you're gonna go with somebody who has a feel for what can be done and coordination.
All right. So tell me, what is the problem that is arising now?
Well, one of the issues that has arisen, I'm going to tell you about the route that we have put together, and I should just say that I am part of a committee. The organizing committee is called His Imperial Majesty Emperor Haile Selassie I 50th Visit Anniversary Commemoration Committee, which actually is Ayman and many members of the Rastafari community. Just to mention a few, we have Sister Mitzi Williams, we have Ras Ivy, we have Priest Douglas Smith of Roots Foundation, we have Ras Purty, House of Dread, we have Ras Scarf, we have Marcus Scarf, we have Ras Medin, Youth Initiative Council, and many, we have Brother Kamau, Janai, and we have many members, community members, just three of us really that from the university. So the first thing that is out there is that this committee is not a university committee, it's a Rastafari community committee. And I want to put it out there, but before I came to the University of the West Indies, was Rastafari. And I'll be Rastafari after I leave the University of the West Indies. So some people seem to misconstrue that.
Hold on. We don't want the abstract talking.
All right then.
What may I say?
Yes, sir.
Who's the other ones up at the university where you say it's part-time?
The other ones is Jelani Naya, Clinton Hutton, and Kalamawi Knife.
All right.
Yeah.
Happy now. Who is the them now that is switching, that is moving the thing differently that you're talking about?
Well, them is ones like Maxine Stowe, Prophet Greg, Rocky, and those ones who address themselves as the Millennium Council.
Oh, so the Millennium
I've seen it, but what I would say though very quickly is that they put out on the 16th of this month a circular of activities for the 50th.
The 16th of next month.
The 16th of this month, March, they put out a circular,
okay.
and this is when I became aware that there were some issues. My thing is that they have an event on Sunday, the launch of a groundation. That's fine. That's great. They have a groundation, say, town hall meeting and so forth. And on Monday, they have a nutraceutical symposium.
No, hold on.
They have a couple events, but here where the issue coming now. On Thursday.
It's March, you talk about
yeah, the March. On the Thursday, April 21st.
No, but you said this month. This month you keep saying.
Yeah, this month is when them send out the circular.
Okay.
I'm just saying, them send this out. Them send out an itinerary of events for the 50th.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
No, my thing is, them have some great events, but here's the problem now. With Thursday the 21st, them have a motorcade and them put down Prince of Maya, Sally Selassie, as part of this motorcade, going to Trench Town. We have no intention of going to Trench Town. Let me say that very, very emphatically. Our motorcade has a specific route, and we do not intend to divert to Trench Town, and nobody can come hijack this motorcade, which is a Nyabingi House initiative. This is a Nyabingi House. This is not a Millennium Council initiative. This is a Nyabingi House. The motorcade is a Nyabingi House. So on the 21st, we will not be going to Trenchtown. Rather, we will be going to National Heroes Park. From National Heroes Park, we will be proceeding to Michael College. From Michael College, we'll be going to Jamaica College to UTEC, and culminating at the University of the West Indies.
And the reason for that is that
these are where His Majesty's visited.
That was the route where His Majesty...
Yes, His Majesty never went to Trenchtown, and we want to protect the integrity of this event. We're not going to just throw in Trenchtown just like that haphazard. Now, them come with that idea, but here's the thing about it. Them could have suggested it, but no, them didn't do that. They were presumptuous enough. They had the audacity and the disrespect to throw that on them agenda, right? And put that out there as though we are going to Trenchtown without due consultation with our committee, right? And that attitude really, really, I have to say, upsets me. I am upset with the arrogance. I am upset with this sheer, them think them rule Rasta. You see, the irony is more to them coming like them is the Vatican. The Vatican, I should say. You know what I mean? Them think them is Pope Paul. Them come for them try to be a dictatorship. A Rastafari is not a dictatorship. And you can't just come and say you are a rule Rasta, so. And you expect...
Make I ask you a question. In any time at all...
Yes.
Of the Millennium Council came to you and say, who inviting the Haile Selassie grandson to Jamaica? Has the Millennium Council come to you?
No, them come to me directly at all. No consultation with Iman. Them put out this circular on the 16th of March, and ever since I've seen it, may I tell you, you know what I mean? People say, what happened to you? I'm upset, upset. Put out the audacity and the arrogance, you know what I mean? No, man, it can't work, man. Them kind of attitude can't work. And I'll be honest to you, Muta, this is not the first time that I have been upset by this kind of behavior. Outrageous behavior.
All right, so
because, let me just say one thing. The pinnacle thing was sidelined. I was an instrumental member of the negotiating team with the government as part of the Leonard Hall Foundation. You had 3 bodies who were negotiating with the government for Pinnacle to become a national heritage site. You had the Leonard Hall Foundation, which I was representing. You had the Rastafari Youth Initiative Council. I know Medin was representing there at least a couple of the meetings, Ras Medin. And then you had the Millennium Council. Now that was fine. But then them push out an email. Don't know if you remember. This is back in the 13th of March 2014. And I remember, and this is where them really lose the plot. them put out an email called Desecration of Pinnacle, asking for the Occupy Pinnacle group to be forcibly removed from Pinnacle.
That was the youth then when they ended up there.
Yeah, to be forcibly removed.
Yeah, I remember
right?
that. I remember that.
And this email went out worldwide, and it went to many government officials. Iman was embarrassed. Rather than go to the youth and take them one side and have a private reasoning, right?
Yeah.
Have a private reason, say Rasta to Rasta. Boy, we feel a way about the item in a Pinnacle. Can we work it out? No, then push out an email saying these youth need to be forcibly removed.
But I never see no way when the youth them up there. I didn't feel good say the youth them up there.
But basically, to be honest, you want to see that as a sellout.
Yeah, all right.
Sellout. But anyway, so what we have to know.
Yeah,
basically, we got railroaded with the Pinnacle because since they put out that email, the negotiations with Pinnacle stall. That was 2014, From that email go out, no negotiations have taken place with the government since. Them don't want to take responsibility for that. My thing is people, we all make mistakes. But now if you have some humility and you say, boy, we messed up, we're sorry about that. Issue an apology. No apology. In fact, them just put out an email recently saying they want to resume talks with Pinnacle, but they must be in the front seat. Them have to be in the front seat. Is that not arrogant? That is arrogant.
Yeah, let me say something to you. You are saying that them put out a thing, say, the motorcade that you was responsible for.
Me and Anaya Bingi out.
It was going to Trenchtown.
Them put out one saying it's going to Trenchtown.
And you are saying now that nobody from the Millennium Council came to you and sit down with you and say, we see that you're having this thing. We would like to see if you can make us a move after you do all of this university and thing. The grandson passed through Trenchtown. Nobody ever come to you.
No.
And said not like that.
No consultation. I'm just put that out there. They're just making a wild assumption. Say the motorcade will be rerouted to Trenchtown. So, I mean, that's a very big assumption because, one, Trenchtown was not on the route that His Majesty made 50 years ago, and any historian will be able to put that out there, and them should know that. Secondly, no consultation with the committee who were responsible for bringing His Majesty's grandson here, because they are not responsible for bringing him here. They have nothing to do with bringing him to Jamaica.
How long he will be here?
He will be here for about a week,
Okay. So
about a week, yes.
And how long the thing down Trenchtown going last for?
Boy, we will take a good look at it, but it looks like it's a week and a few days,
So make I ask you a question. After the motorcade, the day, because that what you talk about is 1 day. Yeah. Oh, that's 1 day. But here the other thing. Yeah. You haven't even heard of all of it. No. So after the motorcade, where His Majesty's grandson is due to attend a civic ceremony at Haile Selassie High School on the Friday, the 22nd. A formal event on the Friday, where we'll be unveiling a pillar. A replica pillar that His Majesty laid when he founded the school back in 1966. That is the Friday. The Friday, April 22nd, we're going to have a grand ceremony, right? So then put that on them agenda, and them also add there will be a visit to Jamaica College and Michael College. On Thursday. On the Friday. No, then put it on the Friday when on our agenda is clearly going to be on the Thursday. You mean the Millennium Council put it on the Friday? Sorry, then put Jamaica College, then UTech on the Friday. So them not only them reroute the motorcade to Trenchtown, but them take off some of the stopping places and drop it in on the Friday. All right. Remember what I find out. All right. You have something set. Yes, we have something set. And our program was issued from way back. So here's the thing. It is obvious that they had access to the program because what they've done is just edited it. They've edited the program we done on Thursday and Friday. But let me say something to you, man. Yeah, sorry. I want to say something to you, man. How much days the things them that you organize, how much days it involve with the
With the prince.
With the prince. How much days? Yeah.
4 days. We have 4 days of activity. Maybe 5, but 4 days definite.
All right.
Mm.
In that, after those 4 days of activity, will the Millennium Council still have the function going on in Trenchtown?
No, I have not checked the schedule that closely, because to be honest with you, once I see
me understand.
What I think just from memory, their thing finishes on Monday the 25th. Some intellectual property rights.
And your thing finish when? When your thing finish?
But we'll be in Montego Bay Sunday evening, and His Highness Prince Amias will be making several stops in Montego Bay. He'll be going on Monday. He'll be more than likely be at the Nyabingi, which is set to pit 4.
What date that is? What date?
Monday evening, the 25th, Prince Amias will be in Montego Bay.
And you say the Millennium Council thing is going on to the 25th too?
Yeah. So nothing I go work that way there in terms of his schedule.
No, I'm just trying to find out if a compromise can be made that after all of your things finish, if he's still here and that is still going on, if him could go to Trenchtown.
No, not likely, because he'll be leaving Kingston on Sunday and he'll be going up to Mobile.
Oh, so I'm not coming back to Kingston?
No, when him go Mobile, he'll be going around the other parts of the island. He wants to visit other parts of the island. So our engagements, we're not just staying in Kingston.
Yeah.
See? And pit 4, let me say, Nyabingi is one of the priorities.
Yeah, okay.
Because His Majesty did travel to Montego Bay.
Yeah, I know.
Right?
I know.
And also, what is important is the integrity of the event, which seems to some people, it seems to have gone over their heads. His Imperial Majesty Haile Selassie made specific stops during his visit in 1966. I urge ones to look at the history, whether the newspaper clippings, and remind themselves of the stops that he made. We want to keep the integrity of this thing intact. It's important, and also it's good to know the history of what happened. Haile Selassie High School is on there because His Majesty founded the school.
Yeah, we understand. But I can tell you something.
Yes.
I can tell you something now. Long before I hear about the march,
yes,
me and Cabo sit down and say, what? Because the 21st fall on a Thursday.
Yeah.
What can we do with the stepping razor? And one of the suggestions that we had, me and Cabo, was that we are going to do a live broadcast from Haile Selassie School. So we are considering that, and then we hear now that your thing is coming. We decided that it would be conflicting. And because we see that the stepping razor would be on a Thursday when you wouldn't be at the school.
Yes.
We decided that we would not go take the stepping razor and carry it to Haile Selassie School. Because we don't want the conflict of going on. So I must say to you that if we, between me and the sister Cabo, could sit down and say the conflict there, I don't see why the Millennium Council couldn't really just join on to what
has been decided rather than try to change it.
Yeah, and still go to Trenchtown. Them can still go to Trenchtown.
Them can go to Trenchtown independently.
Yeah.
But we're not going to stop them from going to Trenchtown.
Anyway, brethren, we give thanks for the time where you take us.
Yes, Mota, we give thanks. And actually, Stepping Razor, you are more than welcome to cover the march,
Yeah, but
and we'll be culminating at UA, so you could have set up, if you want to just be stationary, you could have set up a UA, and we can do something there. But so don't throw the possibility of doing a live broadcast.
We are still talk to Cabo. And
we have a reason, yeah?
Yeah, I know she might be listening now, but we have to talk to Cabo and see if we can carry the stepping way, sir.
So let's reason, and we give thanks all the time, you know?
And I hope one of the millennium whosoever, Bobo Greg, also listening that them can.
Yeah. But my thing, you know, Muta, let me just say one thing really quick fast, is that when it's about leadership as well, you know, because my thing is, you have to have the attitude. If you want come like you want take over Rasta and come rule people and bully people, you're not going to get far. But some people don't realize that. And my thing is, under the leadership of Junior Manning, Isa J, who I knew very well in 2008, because Millennium Council started 2007, and I was right there on the scene when them started. I had a good working relationship with Junior Manning, and through Junior Manning, when the Prince came in, I made sure that the Prince connected with the Millennium Council. That was with Junior Manning, though, because we had that working relationship and we had understanding. We could talk with Junior Manning. Now, let me just say, and then when we go to Ras Howie now, to be honest, me and Ras Howie, we never really agree. The energy is never right. But then, me give thanks, Sister Mitzi came in as the chair in 2012. And then the relationship with the Millennium Council improved. In fact, to tell you the truth, when Ras Howie was in charge of the Millennium Council, the Pinnacle thing got railroaded because they put in an objection against the National Heritage, Pinnacle being a National Heritage site. This was when Catherine Hall was the chairperson. And then put in an objection because they said they weren't in the front of the negotiations. Ras Howie said that publicly at a UNNI meeting, and actually I felt bad for Cassie Howell because she was in tears.
Well,
she was crying. That was then, and railroad the National Heritage possibility of Pinnacle in 2009. Then we came to the table, and a lot of it was facilitated, to be honest by myself. I said, let's see if we can speak with the Millennium Council and see if we can come onto an understanding. And we came, and we got them to lift the objection. This was through a lot of negotiations in 2011. So once they lifted it, then we could go to the table to begin renegotiating with the government for it to become a National Heritage Site. Then 2012, there was a change of administration, and things stalled. Come to find out that, there were reasons why, with the change in the National Heritage site.
Michael.
Yeah, all right, we're not going to all of that. But what I was saying is I thought we were coming to an agreement, and it seemed like we were, especially when Sister Mitzi was at the helm.
Well, I was.
And then all of a sudden, this letter in March 13 goes out. Occupy Pinnacle need to be removed. Desecration of Pinnacle and
we have to move.
Same. So my thing is about leadership. It's about leadership. All right. We give thanks, Muta, every time.
All right. Yes.
Brothers and sisters, this is Chalice. Join us with respect for our national anthem. Let us stand and defend this one. Peace and love. Thank you.
Eternal Father, bless our land. Guide us with thy mighty hand. Keep us free from evil powers. Do our life through countless hours. To our leaders, great defenders, great true wisdom from above. Justice, truth, be ours forever. Jamaica, land we love. Jamaica, 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 land we love.
It's a mega match
$1,000 and get triple the credit today. Bonus credit cannot be used for data and expires in 24 hours after top up. Text 208 to 137 for info. Conditions apply. Digicel.
Big man thing. Are you really cook every Sunday?
Yes. The kids say my cooking tastes better than wife, you know.
Wait. Yeah, big chef.
I just use the right ingredients. You see this? Kendall vegetable oil, no other oil in my cooking. And it's only Kendall coconut milk good enough for my rice and peas.
Kendall vegetable oil and coconut milk. That's your secret.
Kendall vegetable oil and coconut milk is only the beginning. This is the end.
Daddy, the dinner nice.
You see that?
Kendall, the taste of quality.
Get it! The Ultimate Street Football Challenge is back, and it's made of more. The Guinness Street Football Challenge kicks off March 12th with more excitement and a chance to win your share of over $3.5 million in cash and prizes, and a chance to represent Jamaica in St. Lucia at the Guinness Street Football Caribbean Championships. Register your Made of More team at www.gsfcjamaica.com or click the registration tab on the Guinness Facebook page or call the hotline at 618-9291. See the press for details. Must be 18 years and older. Drink responsibly.
Just like Guinness, me made of more.
Thursday afternoon from 12:15 to 1:15 on Easy Skanking. We heights up heart, mind, and soul to soul.
Then testosterone element. Show the wicked nation. Lightning.
Stepping Razor. Thursdays, 2 to 6 p.m. for IRFM. Coming through.
Nah, man, that no sound like Muta.
How we am gonna deal with?
Sir. Watch out, twins. Why you can't make one of me? Stepping Razor. This and every Thursday, 2 to 6 p.m. Yes, Rasta. The art of war.
Everything you always wanted to say but didn't. I'm free.
Forward.
The Guardian Life Flexi Term gives you the freedom of choosing your own coverage just for the time you need it. Premium payments are affordable and flexible while providing protection for all your life insurance needs. And for something extra special, there's the Guardian Flexi Term Special with premium payback and a premium holiday for those unexpected moments in life when you need a break. Talk with a Guardian advisor today. Guardian Life. Live secure. Live easy.
To 2016, the emperor came to Jamaica and totally changed the whole atmosphere of Rastafari presence in this farmer slave plantation island known as Jamaica. And we continue the journey with all the mocking and the jeering. We still continue. We still continue because we know it's a just cause. Black liberation, African redemption is a just cause. And we know the majority of Jamaican people don't even understand what is the purpose and necessity to really struggle this way. Because them catch it so much in the food, clothes and shelter thing. We don't have no time to think in another level. We don't have no time for our spiritual being to uplift and advance our spiritual being. Because them have way, them grip way in the 9 to 5 food, clothes and shelter. Because that you have to struggle for. And we human, we being, with soul. All our energy is focused on that food, clothes and shelter thing. And when we go home, we still can't find no time for our soul. Because we're tired, so we have to go to bed and wake up again and figure out where the next cell phone card will come from. Or where the next Burger King burger. Or we're going to buy it. Because we have to wait 1 month. 1 month we have to wait to get paid. And the money where you get at the end of the month can return you 2 weeks in the next month. That means that 2 weeks gone. And your pay done. And you have the next 2 weeks to survive. And where you have to go survive for now? The soul, we're supposed to keep you sane. We're supposed to make you sanity. Make you have sanity. It get lost in this concrete, steel, and metal. You don't have no time for breathe. Breathe. You don't have no time for breathe. You don't have no time for look on the moon. You don't have no time for evil. Realize you have other living creatures around you. And that surround you. And sometimes, the way you get caught in the concrete and steel, if you see one of those little creatures, you run. And you're scared. And them scared of you more than how you scared of them. Because the way how you go on in life. I see a youth the other day, I run down a dog. To give the dog some rotted lick. And then when the dog run behind me car and get where, he might come over me, come beg me money. And me I say, brethren, I tell you the truth now, you know. Why me should I give you my money when you treat the dog so? You don't want no money. Because you're ready to lick the dog. Well, the dog don't trouble him, you know. The dog just a pass and hey dog, just like any Jamaican. Normal Jamaican to that. Dog a pass and say, move dog. And make the dog all run in the car. Man all see the dog a run across the road, you know, and drive him car to lick the dog. The concrete and steel grab way. The 9 to 5 all way. We don't have no time for ourselves. We don't have no time for each other. No time for each other. We don't sit down with one another and eat food. And if we sit down with one another and eat food, we are talking about some madness, craziness. We not start about nothing where uplift and advance the welfare of the whole human race. Because most of us don't sit down again and talk about things that advance the whole human race. We sit down and talk about, hey, guess what, this and that are some little frivolous madness and craziness we are going at the concrete and steel jungle. But Rastafari gave the people them hope that Barry Shevan say Rastafari is the memory of the Jamaican people. It's the memory of the Jamaican people. It runs for Rastafari. Thousands of years of history with a wipe out of the people them brains. Just wipe for some. It's like a jump drive. You full the jump drive of music and a guy don't know say the jump drive of our music and push down computer and wipe out all of your music. You feel to kill him. Because after you have saved the music and the jump drive, you must come wipe it out and put theme foolishness on it. And that is how black people brains steer. Black people brains is conditioned not to know them history. And the part of them history that them know is the part that separate them from them ancestral land, ancestral legacy, and them mothers and fathers that die. Some of them still are under the ocean, that watery grave, and come out of that wooden ship them with all the piss and the filth and all the things them that will come across of the blood and the sweat. And we disregard that. Then if we are disregard where our ancestors go through, what do you think is going to happen to we? What do you think is going to happen to we if we disregard where our ancestors go through? And we come here so now and I live out a zombie experience. an ignorant experience that put me in the blissful thinking that everything is okay. As long as we can get food, clothes, and shelter. And guess what? Most of we can't afford the food. Most of we can't afford the clothes. And most of we can't afford the shelter. So you to them to know. Them bring some fast food, American, cultural thing down here. To make you can afford it. We'll kill you quick. That's why they call it fast food. They kill you quick. So them bring the fast food, which is not really good food, and you hold on it. The Chinese, them make some cheap looking clothes now, but we never used to wear down Africa there. But it was like royalty in Africa. We come down here, so now the Chinese, them bring it down here, so the American, them take it and do this other thing. We wear it. And some of the shelter, not even shelter. It's some little box. I whole heap we live in a little box. Like 4 wall and 1 window, like it's still jail we now. When we used to experience life. We used to have energy. We used to drink coconut water. Now we are drinking the nasty, dirty water. Where people are bathing from up at the top of the river and send all them napkin and all them this and that in the water. You they open your mouth and gaggle it up. And them tie them hog up on the stream. The hog water and the goat water. And you down at the bottom and wash your clothes. And them dump the waste in the concrete and steel and burn it. And it just cover the whole concrete and steel city. The jungle that them make and create for you to live in, to experience their madness and them cruelty. And when you say leaf, you don't want that because you have plastic leaf in your house where they make. No one goes to. I mean, people don't want to. Certain people. Because I say if you get caught and it's 9 to 5 thing, you know. You don't have no time to go to the beach. That's why the people them lock off the beach, but no. Them say, oh, them all nigga there. Them come down to the beach and dirty them out the beach, you know, throw all sort and nastiness by the beach. Lock it off. But they go be in a dirty Duns River. Up at the top. And nasty it up and make the white people them get the nastiness so come down on the river tree. So. And little more we just sell that. Because we not experience beach. Because the concrete and steel cover the beach now. And we can't see it again. Them cover the beach. How them cover the beach? By building up some concrete and steel place them call hotel. And leave you now not to experience the beach. And you don't have plant food again because you have Kentucky, you have Burger King and all these places supply you with food. So they say it's food. Terrible thing them find me now. Terrible thing. Terrible, terrible thing.
All your building materials, blocks, steel, cement, lumber, zinc, pipe, toilet doors.
Manipulate your eating habit. Manipulate your drinking habit. Manipulate your sleeping habit. Manipulate where you wear. Manipulate how you have sex. Manipulate who you have sex with. Manipulation is the name of the game. Manipulation is the name of the game. Because it deals with mind control. And if you control the man's mind, you can make him do anything. Even kill himself with the food when he eat. Because it's not just taking a knife and stab yourself and go jump off a building. Him find a different way for you kill yourself. Him say most of them now go jump off on a building, you know. Like all Brian now. Brian now goes up on a building and jump off. But Brian will go to Burger King and Kentucky and kill himself slowly but surely. And it's when him reach all 40 a day, well, know him say, well, you know, and when him go to doctor, you know, say, you have been doing that for so much years now, that it clustered up your heart and has caused your this to have that and your this cardiovascular, this and that. Them now make you figure it out before. Them now make you figure it out before. When they make millions of dollars half away. Millions of dollars. Because we don't know our history. And one of the reasons why them can progress further in them cruelty and evil is because we don't know our history. We don't know our history. We are eat the fruit and things say, is the tree that? You know, you have some time in the year when the leaf them just drop off of the tree. And you look on the tree, look like the tree dead. And no fruit no grow up on the tree that time. Tree just look like it dead, a pear branch upon the tree. So if you look on the tree and see pear branch, if you come from the concrete and steel, you will feel that the tree dead. Because you don't know seasons come and seasons go. You don't know the history that connect the tree with the earth and the seasons. You don't know what is the relationship between the leaf them not on the tree, the season in which the trees shed them leaf, and the earth that breed the tree, that it have to have a root inside of it. In this earth, me I talk about Mother Earth, Mother Nature. And we have to respect the tree. But we can't respect tree again because it's plastic plant we have in our house now. Plastic plant, them have we are put in our house. Terrible. Most poor people houses them have some plastic plants stick up in some buckle. Just like how them put plastic Christmas tree now in the house. You can't hardly get a nice Christmas tree because the Christmas tree dry up after. Terrible. A tree will take how much years it grow. You go chop it down to put it in your house 2 weeks. So you celebrate with white people. Give you to celebrate. White people tell you to chop down the tree, put it in your house, put some cotton on it to represent snow. Snow no grow up plant, snow no fall at Jamaica. And you are trying to mimic snow in a well summer. You know what people that love have summer like where you have during the 25th of December. And you are trying to take cotton and put on tree and talk about you mimic snow. And cut down the tree and put in your house. Now the guys them recognize where you are the one and say, watch out now. A plastic tree we are going to make now, you know, so them full up all them story plastic tree. And you say you can't find a tree now, you know. So you what you going to do now? You're going to buy a plastic tree and put in your concrete and steel house. And your concrete and steel house decking the halls with hollies and singing sha-la-la-la-la-la-la-la. And I'm dreaming of a white Christmas. Terrible thing. Them have we do. Terrible thing. This is the cutting edge on RFM. Cutting edge.
Blessed love.
Highly.
Highly.
Blessed man.
Yes. Ras Kremlin.
Ras Kremlin. How you do, man?
Oh, not too bad, my brother. Yeah, me da listen to the brethren.
Michael.
Yeah. The first thing you know, move. I'm a man, I love cause confusion, but the truth is the truth. See?
Yeah.
Because I have a thing named the cutting edge.
Alright.
Right. Now, this brother been invited to several meetings.
Alright, wait a minute. You attack for the Millennium Council now. You attack for the Millennium Council, right?
Yes, I represent the Millennium Council.
Alright. Good.
Yeah. Saying this brother been invited to several meetings before even the agenda where this brother read on Running African. That we should sit down and discuss these things. This visit as a jubilee, right? The brother have never turned up at a meeting.
Alright, how long ago? Alright, you said the Millennium Council invited a meeting.
Invite him.
Yeah, so he didn't.
Medin as that date come at the meeting.
I know when I didn't know say him gonna bring the grandson to Jamaica, right? Only didn't know that.
Well, we hear that he was coming to Jamaica.
But
we didn't know who was carrying this man.
Okay, all right.
But we heard that he will be a part of the program and the Jubilee.
All right. So,
right?
what part of the program you did hear about that he was coming to take part in?
Well, the normal procedure.
You mean where
the visit of his grandfather?
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
You understand? And we know generally we always have a motorcade.
Yes.
We know the procedure, you know. We know everything.
Yeah.
In concern.
We do it before.
Right, because to the 45th anniversary of his visit, it was the Millennium Council spearheaded that program.
Yeah.
So we understand everything.
Yeah.
Right? And then all of a sudden, you know, it become what he's saying, it become when nothing no go say, no, my brother.
All right, tell me which part I no go, so. Tell me which part I.
When he must say, we intrude, we is doing things, we hijack, right? And all of these things, nothing no go, so. Because I'm look at you Medin from the University of the West Indies as a student. Up to him come to we at a meeting, because it's a youth initiative invite the council to a meeting, you know, by Regal Plaza, and that's where it all starts, you know. And from Regal Plaza to Liberty Hall, you know. All of these meetings, this brethren is supposed to be there, you know. And he never one day come to a meeting, you know.
All right.
Until it reached now to down by Selassie High School, right? Where Medin come at a meeting and say, you can't make it this Sunday, I'm going to make it the other Sunday. And he never turn up.
All right, hold on the brethren. Make a trace the thing. Make a trace the chronology of the thing now. All right. According to Michael, he might invite the Prince to Jamaica as part of the 50th anniversary of His Majesty. Right?
Right.
All right. So Michael now is setting up a program. And his program is to do what Rasta usually do all the while. Trace the footsteps of Haile Selassie.
Right. Right.
All right. So him start to advertise it. So this is what's going to happen. Right?
No, where him start to advertise it after him see our agenda. Into the community agenda.
No, wait now.
Right?
Wait now.
All right, go on, talk where you talk.
We're talking about the Prince now as it relates to Michael.
Right.
Is Michael know the Prince, you know?
Yeah.
All right. So what I say now, Michael now is going to incorporate the Prince in a something Rasta do for years.
Right.
All right. So him start to advertise it that way, you know. Say the Prince is going to now. It's like what I do reenact, like how them do the coronation, like how the Bingy.
Right.
They're going to reenact now the movement of the Haile Selassie, but using the Prince as a symbol.
Right.
All right now. So Michael started advertise it that way, you know, that this is where the Prince going to come. Him going to come here, so which is the normal thing where Rasta usually do.
Right.
So that's not new Michael do. It's just that him now have the connection with the Prince.
Right.
All right. So when him start to advertise it now, tell me what happened now between him did I advertise it and with the Millennium Council do now.
Well, all right. Before him start to advertise, he was invited at meeting to discuss these things.
Before he started to advertise it.
Right. Him never come to a meeting. Never up to now. Him don't come. We have at least 4 meetings over Selassie High School Hall and no come at a meeting. We have 2 at Liberty Hall. Him don't come at a meeting. We have 1 at Regal Plaza. Him don't come at no meeting.
So this is before you start to advertise or something?
Right. Okay. See, we try to get in dialogue with him. Right? To discuss the thing. The only thing would we put in trench stone in our thing. Because we are considered where Rasta was at even the time when His Majesty visit Jamaica. Right? So we use trench stone as a part of where I say, boy, it would have nice if him come to trench town.
But we never go to trench town. From we are doing something, we never go to trench town.
No, we never go there yet. But that is why we was inviting him to discuss. They never, listen, you see, when them keep meeting up at you, we don't even know about it.
Yeah.
We don't even know about these things, you know.
Yeah.
But every time we keep a meeting, it's on the internet.
Let him know about it.
Right. We send it to even Andrea.
Yeah.
Right? To read these things on the program, on our program, that the meeting, where the meeting is held, and everything. Yeah. Right? Yeah. You understand? Even though it was never read, for some reason I don't know why it has never been read.
Right? You mean when you send it to Cabo, you know, read it?
Right, it wasn't read.
Okay.
I even talked to her, you know, after here, you know, one day, you know. And she tell me who I must direct the things to.
Okay.
To one Preston. I do it.
Yes, that's
right?
Shamar,
I do it. And up to now, it haven't been read.
Okay.
I have evidence of these emails because I said, General Secretary of Prophet Greg, I need a copy of these things, you know, to make sure, say, these things is sending out.
All right, so what me tell you, me not get none of them something there.
Well, all right, I don't know, but I don't know how come, right? And furthermore, why we moved to Cabo, you know, is that Cabo read that thing, you know, and she said, but this is a university thing. She wants something from the community. So true, we represent the community as a Millennium Council. We send, our thing to she, right?
Yeah.
And it haven't been read. Right? We don't make no trouble out of that or anything, you know. We continue to do our work. We continue to send out information to this brethren, telling them about the meeting, talking to the youngsters, then Medina and the next one who proved together. The relevance and importance of the thing, like we discuss the thing before anything even come on the ear. And instead of him attend the meeting, him go on the ear, go read it.
Read what?
Read out the program, theme agenda.
I have Ivy did talk 2 weeks ago. Ivy come on the program. And
him talk first.
Yeah.
Then the brother from South Dread talk after. That is an Andrea program. And then Ivy come talk. And within all of this, him never attend a meeting.
All right, but let me ask you a question now.
Yeah.
If Michael keep something.
Yeah.
Right? And it incorporated in a thing where Rasta usually do all the while.
Yeah.
And him come on the radio now, whichever program him come on, and him say, this is what this group are ones that do in relationship to the visit of His Majesty. Tell me what is the meeting for now? Because this thing is structured already over the years.
Well, remember, His Majesty is the Almighty. His Majesty not belong to no individual.
No, we know. All him do, is fitting to something where Rasta did love for a long time.
Right.
So when I say if Rasta did do this thing for a long time, and him now incorporate Haile Selassie grandson tonight, and now him start to advertise it, say, this is what Rasta do over the years, and all it now have now is His Majesty grandson tonight. What meet now is necessary now for take place. Tell me. What
the council don't have a problem with what he's doing. He have a problem with the prince coming to Trenchtown.
No,
it's not we. Listen, the council don't have a problem with his agenda, He have a problem when we set it out that would like the man come to Trenchtown.
All right, what him say is that when want him come to Trenchtown, and the day when him the done said something already, where I include Haile Selassie did make it move. That is what I'm saying. Him say, on the day when you want him come at Trenchtown, it's not there, so Haile Selassie was on that day.
That is why we was trying to invite the brethren and trying to be at meetings where they are keeping to make this discussion.
Yeah, so what's forward?
Right? So when our agenda reach on the internet and him see it, this is where him become now and licking out against Trenchtown. Him don't want this man to go to Trenchtown. And him don't want this and him don't want that. We don't have a problem with his agenda.
No, him never.
The Rastafari community have a problem with his agenda. Him have a problem with the prince going to Trenchtown. And him clearly said from the year a while ago,
No, wait, the Gremlin. Him never say have a problem with Trenchtown going.
When say?
Based up half of the itinerary.
Yeah.
Set. It never include is the emperor, the emperor going to change? So I'm a type of guy, I asked him, I asked him, say, how much days the emperor will be there? The prince will be there, and how much days the Trenchtown thing will go? Because what I was trying to do for say, if there could be a compromise made between the days when the reenactment of His Majesty is finished, therefore now there would be days left for the movement into Trenchtown if Trenchtown was still going on. But him say him going to go to Montego Bay.
Yeah. Up to now a compromisation can stick to one, But him not in that. Him is not in that. You understand me? Him is not, because to know things can still reason out.
Okay.
And things can still better.
Yes.
Right? Yes. And up to know him not in that.
Okay.
You understand me? Because we're keeping our next meeting at Empress High School Sunday. Right?
Sunday.
Right, yes, Sunday coming.
Well, I know Michael Barnett, I listen. So, we want,
right, right.
Now,
yeah. And all right, now, I hope him listen. I will still invite him to come.
Okay.
All right, you know what we need to do for you,
What is the meeting for? What is the meeting for?
To discuss the visit, same way, and the problem we surround where him have with Trenchtown and everything, and see what kind of adjustment can make.
All right.
Because you understand me?
Yeah.
That is what we want to talk about. Right?
Right. May I ask you a question now?
Yeah.
Suggest an adjustment to me.
An adjustment?
Yes, suggest an adjustment. That would have to be discussed amongst the Millennium Council.
Well, hear me now. The suggestion on me have is that we'd love the man pass through Trenchtown.
When?
Within the time of the motorcade, right? Or even after, but him specify clearly. We get a letter from him, when discredit Prophet Greg, Totally, Say him now go at Trenchtown, whether now or in the future. Him now have nothing to do with Trenchtown. And we have a letter. And we don't you we are dealing with one. I mean, they don't call the brethren name, because the brethren couldn't even read the letter. Because the brethren was embarrassed to really say a man in a field caliber write a letter to Prophet Greg and them man are there, You understand me? That the brother say, you hear me, One of them send a copy of the letter, because we have to deal with him. You understand me? Because this is totally outrageous. You understand me? I don't know what the problem is with Trenchtown. I don't know. But all I know say,
Kremlin,
all I know, yeah.
I don't get the feeling say him have a problem with Trenchtown. I get the feeling say him have a problem with what him think the Millennium Council did in
No, we didn't do anything. We inform him, and him email his Virgin Medin was there. His Virgin Medin set up a meeting, invite him personally, that we could discuss. With all our doing to him is to invite him to discuss the procedure. And him failed to turn up.
All right, hold on there. Ian.
Yes, Motor.
Michael.
Yeah, man. May I listen?
All right, let me ask you a question.
There's two.
Hold on, Bridget.
Yeah,
let me say something to you.
Yeah.
Kremlin has said, them having a meeting on Sunday.
Yeah.
Would you be willing to go to the meeting to discuss a compromise?
The meeting will be another day, because we have the Empress Menin banquet, Empress Menin thing going on at Moscow Square, Veggie Meals and Wheels on the 3rd. The 3rd of April,
the 3rd is a Sunday, yeah.
Oh, so you have a big thing. We have that. I'm one of the organizers for that event.
You hear what I'm saying, Kremlin?
What I'm saying?
Yeah,
I don't hear him.
All right. We're not. Him say, wait there. Him say him can't make it past on because Sunday is Empress Menin birthday and them having a function at Veggie Wheels and Meals.
That starts 6 o'clock and done 10 o'clock. Our meeting starts 2:30, 3 o'clock and done before 6. That is the time we have at school.
Wait there.
We have to find a mutually convenient time to meet. You can't have a whole meeting and expect me to come when it suits you.
No, wait no, Bridget. Listen to what I said now. Him say the meeting start 2 o'clock now the day.
Me not go work, man. Me prepare. I am one of the organizers, promoters for the Empress Men in Earth Strong.
Okay.
And that is a priority. You know what I mean? It may not be for the people, but right now I urge the brethren and need to give support to Empress Men in Earth Strong. See, it's a very important Rastafari calendar day.
All right.
Me don't know
Gremlin.
why you choose
Gremlin, hold on. Wait, make I tell you, I try to tell Gremlin what you say. I tell Gremlin, him say, Empress Men in Earth Day is a very important day in a Rastafari community. And him is part of the organizing committee to keep the function at Veggie Meals and Wheels Sunday. So he can make it because of him taking part in this important occasion. Him can make it at the meeting Sunday. So can you tell us Sunday when him could meet the Millennium Council? A day when him can meet the Millennium Council?
Well, any day him available, the Millennium Council will make sure meet him any day after Sunday.
All right. Michael, you hear what I'm saying?
No.
Any day, we can meet him and we can discuss the thing.
Yeah, make I tell him what you say. Michael.
Yeah.
Him say, any day that is available to you, we can, the Millennium Council will meet and discuss whatever discuss. So what you say about that?
Well, it'll have to be sometime next week.
No, it no matter. Him say any day. No
well, him say any day, but you know what I mean.
No, you are gonna set the day, Michael. Where you sound so far? You are gonna set the day now.
Yeah.
You are gonna tell them.
Yeah. But I want to make one thing clear from the get go.
Yeah.
Right. One thing clear, Muta.
Yeah.
So far as the motorcade is concerned, that is set. Right?
Yeah, but I know that we are talking about now.
Yeah.
We're not talking about no motorcade.
We
are talking about a
day.
Yeah, but wait, man.
It'll have to be another day.
Bridget, stop sounding like a politician, man. Yo, stop sounding like a politician, Bridget. You hear me say to you, man. Me say, it's not necessarily being the motorcade, you know, because it's a compromise I try and make. The Bridget, them I say.
Yeah.
But I am.
Here's the other thing.
Wait, Bars. You gonna make me talk?
Yeah, man. All right.
Me say to you. The brethren them I say.
Yeah.
It do have nothing to do with the motorcade, no, no. Them just want the presence.
They just want the presence.
The presence of the prince in a trench town. So them are trying to make a compromise now by saying, if you know, at this meeting, can tell them I figure out now. If it's even like hour or two.
Another day.
For find him. Yeah, then another day we are talking about.
It'll have to be another day.
But another day means in the time. No, it means, when I say another day, no, it means in the time when they keep the thing on a trench town, you know. It can't be after that. It have to be in the time when they keep the thing on a trench town.
Right.
So what you say about that?
Well, we have to review them schedule in a trench town and see if it can work.
That's why it's important that you go to the meeting. That's why it's important that you go to the meeting. So you're going to set a time when you can go meet the bridge.
We go meet and we see if anything.
All right.
It has to be.
All right. Kremlin. You hear what I'm saying now? The meeting can call and work it out. So expect him to call and tell you when him can come to the meeting next week.
All right. Watch you know.
Yeah.
We have a thing now where we even want the prince to go up. Pinnacle.
Yeah, but you know, to brethren.
You know, say something to me now go in at them thing there, you know.
Yeah, but
because we don't want it to look like the council. We no bully, you know. Council no bully, you know.
Yeah, but no, we are talking about the trench town. I know you're going to Pinnacle too. Listen. Yeah.
When we not try to show us there.
Yeah.
Certain things is on the agenda.
Yeah, but where the prince are going to Pinnacle for though? Where the prince are going to Pinnacle?
Well, this is one of where the phone part originate.
All right. So
we are seeking now for the next 6 lakh, 5 lakh.
Yeah, but him can't know about it.
We're not talking about him. We're not talking about him, though. This are the council that deal with these things.
Yeah, but Gremlin, we just talk about trench town a while ago. Now we're going to Pinnacle.
All right. We're talking about trench town.
After Pinnacle, where we go now? Where we go after Pinnacle? After Pinnacle, where else you go talk about?
No, we just talk. You don't have to talk about.
But trench town, we don't talk about. We
don't go to talk about. We could just stick on trench town.
Yeah, a trench town we are work with. So him say,
we could work with trench town.
Yeah, so him say now, that the meeting him go say, Michael.
Yeah.
You are going to tell them when next week you can come and meet with them. And then you sit down and reason out when the prince can go to Trenchtown.
Yeah.
Simple.
Yeah.
All right.
And
Right. No, all right. So we don't want you nothing else.
Yeah, no.
But we don't want you nothing else, Bridget.
Exactly.
You're going to just set a meeting with the Millennium Council to see when, in this time when him there, for fit him into going to Trenchtown.
Yeah.
All right. Give thanks. Yes.
Yes.
Kremlin, give thanks. Yeah, Bridget?
Me hear that. Yeah. And we will ever send out information to him in concern of this meeting.
No, him have to send out information to you.
Right. And we will prepare to be there.
All right. Give thanks.
Right.
Give thanks.
Right. And blessed love you.
Yeah, man. Blessed man. Yes. Okay. This is the Cutting Edge on IRFM.
Rastafari.
Who this?
I rely, man.
I rely. But we don't work out the thing in I rely. Nobody have to more fire upon it.
Black part of the motorcade is the Imperial Majesty.
Yeah.
Always over the years.
Yeah, we do that all the while. All IRFM follow the motorcade too.
Yes, but I give thanks so that I am mediate nicely and I can give thanks to that, because that it really need to come to amicable type of understanding pertaining to the visit. But our father Emperor last year, so we're supposed to bring a dispute.
No, dispute can't do that, but we have to work out the dispute. Dispute can't do that.
Motor.
Yeah.
A long time let's call you.
No, you mean something no why, but I said dispute can't do that. I know why. Answer something what you say.
Yeah, so
no, but you are listening to the radio, brethren. That's why you said that you are listening to the radio and not confuse the thing and not what I'm confused. You are listening to the radio and not confuse the thing.
Yeah,
then that's your film, man. Yeah.
All right, that's all right. You see this occasion of His Imperial Majesty in praise last year. We should make it most extravagant. We never like a shaking smoke as family, But this is an occasion we can kind of narrow the gap between Rastafari and family, I see. And once we can come together and create something amicable.
Yeah.
See, that occasion warrant about can bring something warrantable.
Yeah.
Where His Majesty is concerned. And we can't play tough like that is my one and me one it and all them type of thing. Them type of behavior attitude must be shelf. You see. So why man I say, over the years I have around the motorcade and we give thanks. Because I never been something. I mean we're involved all Rasta people. See, I will give thanks to the Millennium Council who kind of sponsor things over the years. You see. So why I say no Muta? And I give thanks for the immediate, I love this scheme again, I respect all the amicable coming, immediate thing that is yes, we can set Iowa, but we can have a reason and all them type of thing. Because you have now, this motorcade now, specifically I deal with like say, through the far right come to you. Because we grow now, we grow now, we become dealer faculties now, right, You see, we become like a nation people, so the things don't broad-based now. You see, so the necessary affiliate is to come to the airport and all that type of thing. We have to involve become member of Bakawal and Trenchtown.
Yeah, but hold on now. You see, we have go back now, go upset the apple cart again. We just say that traditionally, this is where the motorcade used to do. Now, you say we don't have to follow that again. Why we don't have to follow that again? Because you want him, there's one man now, is the thing in the thing, we never used to do the prince. Yeah, so we have to follow the tradition of the motorcade again because the Millennium Council want him come at Trenchtown.
No, not specifically Millennium Council, not specifically
the Millennium Council and
the Rastafari community.
No, but when I say no, Ryan. We don't work out the things, we will try to say. Yeah, but no, but no, you go back over the thing now to say, we not have to follow the tradition what we used to have. And that you say, him not have to go go at this and go at that again. Because
No,
it's a
because
wider thing now.
we never go King's House. We never go a parliament.
Yeah.
So you never take them direction there. But it go through. And we never do that yet. See?
Yeah. But we are doing the thing that we usually do. We are doing the thing that we usually do.
And things that we never usually do.
No. We are doing the things that we usually do.
Yes.
And no, wait now. So you want to include something else now.
Yes.
Because you don't want to follow the tradition again. So me I said to you now, that was right the reasoning I go on up and say, oh, we can come to an applicable reasoning by saying how much time it going to take to do this and do that and do that. Therefore now the trench town thing still a go on. So maybe we can, I mean not me, but maybe the prince can work out, or Michael can work out that thing between Una and him and say, all right, the prince going to come to Trenchtown a Saturday, a Friday before him go a Montego Bay, whatsoever, and work at that now. But no, what me I talk about the Trenchtown now, Kremlin I talk about Pinnacle too. So it's like that extend the thing.
Yeah, because we don't talk about just 3D alone, you know. Because 3D, you know, with the full, but we have to have aim and objective. You know?
But it's how much days the man I got there, that's the thing, you know.
No, how much days, the event that take place during the absentee and the prince after leave.
Yeah, but the argument is about where the prince can come and not come. The argument is to make the prince go to Trenchtown.
Yeah.
So that is not where I go on beyond the time at the 3 day, you know. Because the prince got there more than 3 days, come go all a Montego Bay too. And him good and go Portland and go Duns River. When I said to you that within that time when him there, Michael and the Millennium Council must find a space where them can say, when that thing are going on at Trenchtown, the prince can go down at Trenchtown. You understand? So that we should just leave it at that and see how the meeting are going to turn out with Michael and the Millennium Council to say, all right, we're going to work out the thing and see if what day the prince can come at Trenchtown, or line can stay there before him go to Montego Bay or whatsoever, and work it out. But now, meanwhile, me I try work out that now, me hear criminal talk about Pinnacle now. So me don't know, maybe only have a thing set up before.
The occasion of a warrant, even visitor, they said, you know, because what one that come in who know about Pinnacle Train.
No, the prince we are talking about, the prince we are talking about now.
Yeah, well, all right, I could satisfy that.
The prince we are talking about, yeah. We're not talking about the other one. Because watch out, but wait, Michael not talk about stopping Trenchtown and don't make no rata go there, you know. What Michael has said is that the prince is the prince. Eh?
It was the presumption down on top of Pinnacle. Trenchtown.
No, what may I say? We're not going to that. But what may I say?
No.
The reasoning was...
It was very much negotiated.
Yeah, all right. So make a wait and see now. Because the prince, the Michael and the Millennium Council are going to sit down next week at a day of Michael's choice. And they're going to sit down now and figure out, all right, so this is the time, and this is the time, and this is the time. Make we go and say, Trenchtown. You understand? As part of the celebration, not as part of the reenactment.
Let me give thanks to the mediative work that I perform, you know what I mean? Because enough time, it was few times then from being a participant within the gathering.
Oh,
send him more information and him respect.
But yeah, go back, but Kremlin just said that a while ago, we don't want to go back over that, Virgin.
All right.
Kremlin just said that.
We can go in about.
Yeah, but we don't want to go back in that.
Yeah.
You know, when we're going to go back in it, we're not going to go back in it.
No, this time.
When we're going to go back in it. When Michael and the Millennium Council meet, that is when we're going to go back tonight. All right, blessed, yeah?
All right, President.
Yeah, give thanks, yes. That is the only more reasoning that they have. When Michael meet with the Millennium Council, and then we say what is work out or what never work out. So if what did work out, it just work out. If it never work out, we come back and say, wait, or when Michael are deal with, or when the Millennium Council are deal with, what kind of madness is that? You understand how it go? Yeah, all right. This is. We'll go back to this man, you know. Every time we play this man, we can't play. We'll play.
Yo, Mota.
Yeah, blessed.
Mota.
Yeah, man, may I listen?
Yes, man. I mean, you know, kind of credit that run up on me, man.
How old is
it? Me try to get there.
And Dermot. I don't about this?
Yes, man.
Oh, yeah, blessed man. How you doing, man? A long time I don't hear you, man.
Hey, give thanks, man. I wait to get from the ear. But every time,
you're on the ear, you know, you have your radio on.
Well, let me turn it down. All right, you hear me now?
Turn it off, man. Turn it off, Bridget.
Let me unplug you out here.
Yeah, because you don't really want to hear yourself when you talk. I mean, everybody have to hear themselves when they
Yeah. You're still there?
Yeah, man. I'm there, man.
All right, give thanks. First of all, I'm going to big up there for the work and the opportunity to speak. You know, I'm sitting here all night. I'm listening for me speak to Dr. Barnett and Irene and Kremlin. But what I want to talk about, I put it on hold momentarily to speak on the issue here. And you know, first of all, when the doctor mentioned the mansions that are invited to participate in the 50th commemoration, I noticed he never mentioned School of Vision. It kind of cut me.
Who that?
Dr. Barnett, when he mentioned those that are expected to participate.
Instead of being your host.
Yeah, and he called out a whole heap of name and some of them not leave my guan, but I know hear him say School of Vision, so I kind of feel a little bit offended here, but non personal, it's just how I feel. But the main issue though, and I don't know.
Anybody call you for take part tonight?
No, that's what I'm saying. But you are going, what is strange? Week before last Sunday, I was invited by Sister Missy to my Emperor Selassie school.
Mm-hmm.
And I was told that certain ones and ones going to be there. So when I went to School of Vision, to my surprise, I was the only mansion that was there. Yes, and excepting Sister Missy.
You ever been to any of the Millennium Council meetings to deal with the Trenchtown thing yet?
No one has ever invited I. No one has ever invited I.
Neither Michael, neither the Millennium Council ever invite you nowhere.
No, then, other places, but where this
no, I'm talking about in terms of the 50th anniversary, that's all.
No one has invited I, no meeting or whatsoever.
No Millennium Council, no, Michael.
No, and that is why I seek to make a correction here when they are them refer to the Millennium Council. No, me no want to call up no name, but there must be, must remember 206 when we had a meeting at Marcus Garvey Center, remember?
I was there.
And certain ones were put aside because of their usurping means misrepresentation of the Millennium Council.
Them did have a coup.
All right, so look at it now, Muta. I and I that represent School of Vision as a priest and the founder was there 2007, when the Millennium Council came into being. It was started by Russ Manning, deceased, continued by Howie, deceased, presently and currently chaired by Sister Missy. So what we discover is a set of people now represent themselves as company limited. I don't know how to explain it, but
Mitzi are not the chair for the council again. Remember that meeting that meeting where they have done Marcus Garvey place totally get rid of that, you know.
No, well, I was not aware of that, because what I'm seeking to say now is like, when if these people, no one call on name, the same people that were expelled and rather 206 at Marcus Garvey Center, they are the ones now that is representing themselves as a Millennium Council. I that's a member. That's a member of the Millennium Council. It was also I signature that inaugurated, No one consult I heard recently some people say they are the Millennium Council and they are representing 7 mansions. But how come no one can consult I? And I am the priest for School of Vision. I have been meeting all over. Something is wrong, All
right, who are the 7 mansions that the Millennium Council now represent?
But I don't recognize these people as the Millennium Council. No one have elected them as Millennium Council. If you want to even argue the issue briefly.
Okay.
You read me? Because
who's the chairperson now for the Millennium Council?
I've still been around from 2007, and at no time these people have the authority to represent the mansions and collectively. I've still been around from 2007, and at no time these people have the authority to represent the mansions and collectively.
Who's the chairperson for the Millennium Council now?
Well, far as I'm concerned, I am persuaded that Sister Missy still is. I am a member of the council. Ross Purdy from House of Dread, 12 Tribe was represented, Orthodox Church was represented, so I don't know when she was voted out. This is something new to me.
No, nobody never voted her out, What may I say to you? No, as it still now. who you are told is the chairperson of the Millennium Council?
Well, as far as I'm concerned, let me put it to you. I have been in meeting with the Governor General, represented from the Millennium Council, been in meeting with the former Prime Ministers on 2 occasions, represented by the Millennium Council. When I was there, I wasn't alone, you know. Sister Missy was there, Marcus Goff was there, Ross Purty from House of Dread was there, 12 tribes of Israel were there, and that is how I thought the council was functioning until
but you're talking about the long time Millennium Council. We're talking about the now Millennium Council.
Well, but when you say the no Millennium Council, I don't know where these people get the authority from. And I speak now with the autonomy of School of Vision. I was not consulted for even them to have, and that is why we have this problem here, you know. It needs to be settled, and Brother Muta, look now, imagine, it's the Emperor grandson, I believe, is coming. And it's little tangling back and forth. It look now to the people.
No, it's not going to do when him come. It's not going to do when him come. No, but it's not going to do when him come.
You know, him look good now.
When people sit down and try to work out things, some very terrible things happen when they work out the thing. But when it work out, it's fine and dandy. It's all right, man. It's just... We have to just work it out. It don't work out, you know. But it's before it not happen now, everybody get topsy-turvy and blood pressure rise and everything.
Well, personally, I would like to see, the thing settled where the collective now can be properly represented.
Definitely.
On behalf of themselves and the communities at large.
So let me ask you a question now. What part you going to play in the visit of His Majesty? Will you be in the motorcade?
Well, that's what I'm saying. No one invited.
No, but yeah, I know I play what, but you're Rasta. Nobody never invite I neither. Even though I don't belong to no organization, nobody never invite I neither. Nobody invite a Trenchtown. Nobody no invite I. When I go to the motorcade, how much years no, I nobody no invite I just go to a Rasta. So I ask you now, will you be going to Trenchtown?
Well, all right. What I will do personally, and how I have operated and still want to operate, I will get in touch with Sister Missy. I will get in touch with Purty, Marcus Goff. Yes, that is how I operate.
So let me ask you a question now.
Speak, man.
If Marcus and Missy say them nah go at the motorcade, you not go?
No, that wouldn't stop I, but I'm seeking to say then, I would want to find out the participation of the council as I have been operating over the years.
But may I ask you a question now outside of the Michael Barnett and the Millennium Council? May I say, when Michael Barnett do, it's not him come up with it, you know.
I am also aware of his position. So I don't have no problem with that. Matter of fact, I would want to call that proper representation.
But I ask you now, as a Rasta, if you will be going to the motorcade, you have to consult with people for go to the motorcade?
If they have to consult with people?
No, if you have to consult with Mitzi and consult with Michael Goff and whosoever you consult for go to the motorcade.
No, but first of all, Brother Muta, I can appear as a citizen. I have that right.
Citizen
and as a Rastafari, I could do that individually. But you see, I have a congregation, I would have to address it as you're aware of.
So you can't go with your congregation as a Rastafari house represent your congregation in the motorcade.
Well, we like I say, we would have a problem with that, because I'm not a part of the, what I call it, the schism. You see, that would stop I from go and support, but like you said, Rasta business. But anyhow, really, my central purpose of calling there still was...
Wait, hold on. We want to get something clear, you know.
Speak, man.
All right. As a Rasta man, I'm not talking about now Millennium Council and Michael Barnett and all of them things that we're talking about. This motorcade is something we Rasta do from a long time. I ask you now if you will be participating and your organization will be participating in the motorcade.
Okay, all right. To answer that question, what I will do, and I think it should be done, like Sabbath coming now, I would bring it to the congregation attention and see what we could do.
Your congregation?
Which congregation?
Your congregation, you're talking?
Yes, man. Yes,
all right,
man.
so may I ask you the next question now, the follow-up question now. You have to go do the same thing now if you go to Trenchtown. Do you have to collaborate with your congregation to go to Trenchtown?
You're asking a question on that.
Yeah, because they're having something down Trenchtown too. So I ask you, if you have to consult with your congregation to
but Muta, if I am responsible for the congregation, don't you think it would be appropriate for me to bring it to the attention for a response? Instead I just come up and I just dictate, and so I have
but I never say you must do that.
Well, that's why I said earlier on, I would have to put it to their attention when Sabbath coming, and from there we will take it up. Because we don't have a problem going to Trenchtown and go with the entourage. I don't have a problem with that.
I just that me a try find out. That me a try. So we can come off of the conversation now. I just that me a try find out if you are willing, say, if the congregation are you sit down, if we know if end up at the Millennium Council, and not the Millennium Council, the motorcade, or end up at Trenchtown. I just that me want to find out.
Yes, man. We don't have a problem because, like a man said before, no matter who and Rastafari is just that we want to work with principle and discipline.
All right.
And I know that I don't oppose that.
No, so we can come off of that now. Yeah, where we are.
All right.
Now?
Yeah, man.
You know, so you have a short time. You know, so we take long for talk about that now. You have a short time now.
Yeah, man. Me want to browse on the microchip. The credit might even go out. But as you know from that time, what was my purpose and mission?
Yes.
And even my location, I'm still here, about 19 years now. And we are hearing now that by 2017, the United States of America going to unleash the same microchip which my work is in preparation of. Now, I don't know if these people only are ready for this, that it will extend to Jamaica in the new world order that we at least everyone's expecting that it will manifest. Because the apparatus is in position, you know, but we are saying a full declaration of a new world order. Because these are the things the Rastaman is supposed to reason about instead of the squabble. Because I see it as a danger in a motor. I see this microchip implant here.
But the microchip implant, but a whole heap of thing get implanted in the microchip already.
Yeah, but I'm speaking specifically of the one that is put into the human being, man. Put it into iron.
Already, Bridget. They might do that already. They might do that already.
Yes, but all right. So what we want to say now that when it is introduced to Jamaica, it is just stepping up of the TRN, and it is the government.
So your fees, they're going to tell you, so they might do it.
But look here, man. Just look here, Mota. Make a reason now because they are intelligent. No, we have a tax registration system in progress, don't my friend?
TRN, yeah.
All right, and from the introduction to where it is now, it is mandatory. Mandatory mean you have to have it, and if you don't have it, it means you are cut off from the material aspect. You will agree to that?
No, I don't agree to it because all my people have no TRN and them still have them business.
All right, now make a reason briefly. So you tell me now that without a TRN you can renew a driver's license?
No.
Without a TRN in the city you can get electricity and water?
Yeah.
Without a TRN you can function in the bank system? Etc., etc. So that is what we mean, my brethren. Say the day is coming for these people here. And we look, say, from 2017 into 2019, it will be fully declared here, you know. So what we look at it as a dangerous thing for an eye to receive. And that's why the Bible refers to it as the mark of the beast.
What is that dangerous thing you're talking about?
So look here now. All right, so Muta.
You mean the injection of the microchip is a dangerous thing? Are the TRN number?
Yes, man.
Okay.
Yes, man.
Okay.
How comes?
No, I say okay. I've tried following.
Yes, man. Because you see the big book, it refers to it as the mark of the beast. Now, for example,
the microchip
in Revelation 14, verse 9 and 10, it says, "Woe be unto inhabitants of this earth that have received the mark of the beast, the worship of his name and his number."
Yes.
His judgment upon them people in the fire.
And the number is 666.
Eh?
And the number is 666.
600, 3 square, 666. But if we are speaking of the implantation of that number now, because it's a Muta, I know of the Illuminatis. Certain things some people try to avoid. Because the people that don't have them fast asleep. All right, look here now. I look on two things. His Majesty said that a man is bound by two things, by spiritual and material. That is what binds the planet Earth. You know what I notice down here?
Yeah.
The spiritual part of humanity is dealt through the church. The material part is coming through the politician. And I find out that within these two realms, the people here are bound in ignorance. So you know what I say? Even from no brother Mota, them are going to go right into the mark, which is the microchip, not realizing that it is something that they should not receive.
But wait, is that I just talked about a while ago, you know, say, them have we eat food, but we're not supposed to eat.
I hear you.
The same thing we are talking about.
Yeah, and I want to use this moment to big up there because they are really attack some strong stuff, some straight talk. Yeah. And the people, it's not ready for your talk either, you know.
Well,
they're not ready for your talk either. All right, now look here now. I want to make a blunt statement. Earlier on, when you start the program, you mentioned glory to your son and power, which is Rastaman utterance from that long time. Because it's not about me, you know. These a man just come around. They hear a man like Bob Marley saying, "Whoa, I'll never forget when they crucified Jesus Christ." Rastaman was trying to make a stipulated sentence and statement to say that Jesus thing I want him bring. You went as far as a man buck him to embark upon it. Yes, because it is what they call now, it's ingrained. It's not that you were born with it, you know. It was induced upon the individual. Yeah. It's what I mean. So the phrase now fit what the pastor preach and what the pastor present unto the people. A white man and young man, may a down band comes to that. Then Muta. What these people don't realize, you know, you see that power here that is manifested in the name of Jesus. Yeah. That is not the power of Christ in a fire.
They never ever just say Jesus is a bad word.
Well, I mean, no, you have said it, and it is true, but I don't know if I did find it so far to realize that the same Jesus is Lucifer in the fire.
Well, you know,
this will offend some people, but being a man, it is the pentagram power. Yeah, but it is not a file Selassie.
All right, hear me now.
And I talk as a priest, not to disrespect anyone, but in the prerogative and the capacity as a priest.
Yeah, but hear what me I say now. You see, I personally don't believe in no devil. I know Lucifer. I know devil. Devil and Lucifer is a manifestation of the other side of human beings.
Muta. No, number one, there is the host. Give thanks to the privilege. Okay. I speak by the autonomy of Haile Selassie, School of Vision, Bible Study, Prophecy, and Sabbath Worship. So it's in this context now. I reflect myself through the eye and the opportunity and to the world at large.
And I just tell you what
No, when you say you don't believe.
No, you tell me.
I respect your view.
I respect your view. I respect your view.
Yeah, and it's not only that, you know. It's that I believe, you know. I pass a stage. I deal with knowledge. Yeah, so what I want the item to know, say.
I can tell you what to eyes the devil. It's the devil we want to talk about, where Bible people talk about. The devil is the evil of the other side of human purpose. So it's man. I'm not talking about every man. Every man on the earth have the potentiality to be evil, and every man have the potentiality to be good. So there is no individual.
Muta, I would knock down that because that
I know you will. I know you will because he's a Bible man.
Yeah, I would knock down what you said because I have that. I have that endued. Good and evil is in everyone. But what you seek to say, you're right clearly. No, when I speak in a fireman, I speak with authority still in the car. You're right, please. You see, when we say God and Satan, we are dealing with two different forces, two different powers. You know?
Yeah, I understand.
Good that. So when I say Emperor Haile Selassie first, it's God Almighty. Yeah. I make a declaration that you knowledge.
Yeah, and I don't heal Haile Selassie with no God attached.
Well, all right. So look, you know, and as my host, I will respect your views. But you hear me, Muta. You see, when I declare the king, Bible says so, and I, one of the children, I say so. Now the next thing we know, you see, when we say Haile Selassie, we say Magen means the key to David, and that is a 6-pointed star. Now if the I will allow I. To esoteric. I mean, the esoterical keys to the 6-pointed star.
So it's either you go hold or call back. It's either you go hold the phone or call back.
Yes, man. When you credit down, man, I saw.
Yeah, all right. So,
dangerous. Slashing and burning to clear or prepare land for farming can cause uncontrollable fires in our forest reserve and forest management areas. You see them area, you know, them protected under the Forest Act of 1996. These areas are managed to achieve conservation and preservation of the environment and all of its natural resources. When you go there and go slash and burn in them area, you're breaking the law and contributing to the destruction of our environment. It's simple.
So I'm still there, Dermot?
Yes, my lad. No, you're right now. It's when a man like I know, the Emperor Haile Selassie is the Almighty God. It offends some people, you know. But you're right, you know why I say so, though? I don't find no other King of Kings and Lord of Lords except this man. I see Muta, I can read for yourself. And the one book I read, you know, because I name them out. You see, but when I read this book here, what them call the Holy Bible, I find out the conquering lion of the tribe of Judah, like a Revelation 5 verse 5, I see it as Emperor Haile Selassie. When I read 1 Timothy chapter 6 from verses 13 to 15, I find again that when the man Jesus returned, his title shall be King of Kings and Lord of Lords. And I was 12 years old. 1966, the 21st of April, when this man came here, I have 62 now, you know, so I'm a little baby, you know. I see that man with a sash cross in chest, King of Kings and Lord of Lords. You know, my brother Muta, I go read Catch a Fire with Timothy Blanc and find out there, so that man never born in Yale Selassie first. That man born in Lichtenstein, and at the age of 40 years old, the heart of that.
Hold on there. Reverse. When I used to come here, you seem having
King of Kings and Lord of Lords. I was 12.
And what him have it on?
And him have on a khaki suit. No, alright, for example, it's like when I watch Miss World, the crowning.
Yeah,
and these participants would have a sash.
A sash.
I saw a sash from that man right across his chest. Yeah. King of Kings, Lord of Lords. I was 12 years old.
Alright, who give him that sash? Who give him
that sash?
Yeah. Which part him get the sash from?
Well, naturally, that man left it to up and come in already. So far, I to answer who give it to him. I couldn't say him wife. I can't say the priest. All I know, at the age of 12, I see him with it cross him chest.
And you see it, Mark, King of Kings and
Lord of Lords. The Muta, if I lie, they got killed. I want to see my eyes. And I was 12 years old. And I was 12. I never knew that man could have been the Almighty.
Make I tell you something. Hold on there. Rita Marley say, she see when I say hold up him hand. She see.
Let me read that. She said so. That's a fair testimony.
Yeah. Let me ask if you see the King of Kings, Lord of Lords.
Yes, man. That's why I take a vote with my two eyes. I tell you something to Muta. Yeah, I was 12, you know. A little youth, I youth a sentence, I ban. I don't want to rasta thing more than a couple man I put on locks. I remember that day the whole country, up and down, them said the rasta gotta come. So everybody was curious. At TV, I look and see it, you know. And I see when him stand up on the plane step. And I'm khaki, suit,
every man have a testimony. Everyone have a testimony about it. Everybody have a testimony.
Well, give thanks. So what you know, no? I joined the army. I never knew so that man could have been, you know. So I have a personal contact with that man. If you know that man is the return Messiah, and I try to evangelize no one. That is my personal testimony.
All right.
So when I go find out now, say the name Yale Selassie first, as you know, is a word and a name. That name was not a birth name. You get it when he was 40 days old. Baptized in the Catholic Church, and a name never used throughout his reign until 38 years later, when the man crowned King of Kings and Lord of Lords, the name Haile Selassie bust out, which mean the might of the Trinity. Then I go read the Bible.
Back up again. When Haile Selassie was crowned, you hear them crown him King of Kings. When the man put on the crown, you hear them say King of Kings and Lord of Lords.
No, I never hear that panel tape, and I know the annals show King of Kings of Ethiopia. So on the strike, if I have the Lion of Judah, page 56, I study all them things of I say, but what I tell you, say, this man come here with a title, King of Kings and Lord of Lords. You know what is so unique to me now? I said it's not a believer, it's something I know. No other man never travel with that title. So let's say then, for assumption's sake, that the man took it up on himself.
No. Why we say that? I know him take it up on himself.
Well, you see, I was about to use assumption, to say it would have justified.
No, the reason why I asked you that, you know, because I have heard people say King of Kings and Lord of Lords. And believe you me, I don't know where them get the Lords of Lords from.
Well, all right. And you know something, my brother? May the Almighty powers bless you, because if you study all and all, you will not find it recorded in the books, because them say so run his title, King of Kings, and there was not an addition of Lord of Lords.
Because when I hear them crown him, you know, I hear the man say, behold the King of Kings. I never hear them say Lord of Lords.
All right, but look here now. All right.
As a matter of fact, no Lord. No Lord, nothing in Ethiopia.
Some mysteries here, you know, I know that.
Yeah.
No, I don't speak Amharic, but I ask those down here to the Orthodox Church that study Amharic. If the man in Amharic title wasn't Negus Nagesti, give him away. Negus Nagesti is King of Kings. Give him away in the Amharic is Lord of Lords. So you see, them need to tell the people the truth.
But no Lord no in Ethiopia, no Lord no in Ethiopia.
No, yeah, man, you have Lords all over, man. Lords just a title.
Yeah, but
Lords is just a title, as you know.
No, which part in Ethiopia them have Lords?
Which part of Ethiopia? Right there. So let me ask you a question. If you don't have Lords, why there is give away? And that is a Amharic definition for a Lord of Lords. No, you have Lords in every kingdom that you have Lords. Lords is just a title. But we say now that this man now, King of Kings means King over all kings. Lord of Lords means Lord over all the lords of the earth. I have that knowledge. And to me it is simple.
All right.
So what we are saying now...
I don't want to make the thing sound away, but I can't tell you that.
Reason.
When Ethiopians say King of Kings, is King of Kings over all the earth they might talk about? Or is Rasta say that?
All right. Look here now. I want to be careful because I now receive to represent myself.
Yeah.
To be more justified, I would have want to say King of Kings of Ethiopia.
But I not it say.
All right.
Because you have many kings in Ethiopia, but the emperor is the king of all the kings.
All right, but look here now. Yeah. All right, no, Muta. For sure, you how intricate and delicate this matter is now. Yeah. I don't have a book before, but to my mind.
Me not have a book before me neither.
Give thanks, my virgin. Let us look at 1 Timothy chapter 6, verse 13
no,
15.
You look on it. Me not gonna look on it. You look
but I mean, through your mind. I mean, know the I study still.
Yeah, but
I try to evangelize you, but we don't, I can't reason.
You can't evangelize me, no, but you got to read Timothy now for suit where you want to say.
No. But all right, then look here, brother Buta, 32 now. Suppose then, if Timothy book is an interpretation now and a clarification and justification
of what you think,
King of Kings and Lord of Lords.
No, it justify where you believe.
But it's not a belief, you know.
Or where you think you know.
But so Muta, can I say something?
Yeah.
Can I say something? Because remember, I'm not here to exalt myself. I'm only seeking to express myself aesthetically and democratically. But hear this now.
Yeah.
Muta, when I examine things, I have a right to examine things, you know.
Of course.
When I look at even the composition of the New Testament, you have to bear in mind that was hundreds of years before the birth of the emperor. And I know you will agree, don't you?
Of course.
Historically.
Of course. Sure.
So I am saying now from a Christian point of view.
Okay. Yeah.
Paul, 2,000 odd years ago before the birth of the emperor, charged Timothy that in the return of Christ, his titles will be King of Kings and Lord of Lords. So I say it is so unique before the coming of Emperor Yesterday. No other man dare show that title. So that is groundation of and faith, my brethren.
No, I never say no, you know. Watch out. If you have a faith, you know. Wait there, I can tell you something. When a man have a faith, there's a whole heap of things that him look for validate the faith, you know.
To what?
When people decide upon a faith, them go out of them way sometime to get things to validate the faith. And the more them see things...
Yes, but that is when the person is eccentric. I am not eccentric. I am a normal, rational person.
Most religious people, to me, stay away. Them cut off the foot for fit the shoes.
No, I am tolerant. I am open-minded.
No, I know you're open-minded.
And speaking of, all right, no, come on, because there is a scientist. I mean, I say just to big you. Why I say so, you have been around a long time, you are well-studied and so forth. But what I need to realize, you know, the Rasta here, community, you will agree it is vast. Meaning you have all different types or concepts within Rastafari. I know you will agree. Yeah. So what is wrong now if a man like I know is of the religious persuasion? Because remember, as my sister said, a man that is without religion is like a rudderless ship that is caught up on the high seas and is driven and smashing the rocks. So is the soul without Christ. So I am not ashamed.
You see the beauty about Rasta? One of the beauty about Rasta. One of the beauty about Rasta is them take a white man writing and turn it round for suit for them faith.
You referring to the Bible?
Yes.
All right, give me a say, you know. You see a man like I know, let me say, you know, I'm not speaking for the Rasta community.
Yeah.
I'm not speaking for the pastor in the church, and I not talk for no politician.
Yeah.
I talk with the autonomy of the order that I represent.
Right.
I mean, I want to be very clear upon that. When I talk, no, you see, I talk after what I research, what I prove for myself.
In the Bible.
Yeah, then look here. What is Majesty saying now? That and you see there's a difference with me, you know, and some of the last time when I say different concept in the Rasta. Bear with I because I is one of those that not only worship the King as God, I respect him. You know what him say? Him say himself glory in the Bible. Him adjure that I should search it, because in doing so I will find truth for myself.
Yes.
And I know you know of this piece. So in that capacity,
I can't say it word for word. I can't say it word for word.
Yeah. Look at the man. That's what I say. There is a scientist. There I know enough to even hold your throne seat there. And I know bad mind the man. The man is a mega star. The man is doing a great work, but you have to understand where I come from.
No, I know where you're coming from, Bridget. I know where you're coming from.
Muta is before last Sunday I see, you know. I even say to your wife down at His Majesty's School, you know why? I vision I come in our place and see there I sit down on a table. And you know what I quote? Isaiah 7 verse 14 and bam you up in a book. And the reason for that was to show you say he's a black Christ. So it's like a white man Jesus what them put up. That no, them bring him Lucifer now and take with the people. But Muta, you know why
who's a black Christ? Who's a black Christ? Who's a black Christ?
The Bible shows a black Christ. If a man reads himself. For example, Jeremiah 8 verse 21 before them change it up now in new translation, the man stated, I am black categorically. Daniel 7 verse 9 said the Christ here is pure wool. I don't know fool.
No, wait, hold on.
The last book is Revelation.
Which part of Daniel mentioned Christ?
Christ, all right. Hear me now. Daniel 7 verse 9. Yeah, right. I quote.
Yeah.
Daniel 7 verse 9.
Yes.
The prophets shall deal till the thrones were cast down.
Yes.
And the ancient of days did sit. We look at that to refer to the Christ. Descriptively.
No, you are referred to it as Christ.
Then look at it's not I alone fire, but speaking for myself.
The people who write it and put it, they not refer to it as Christ.
But look, you know, I say I speak for myself, eh?
Yeah.
And I say descriptively, mean describing the man and say his garment was white as snow, but the hair of his head pure wool. I'm gonna done that, sir. We look at Revelation 1. From verse 13 to 15, it show you the midst of the seven candlestick. One look like the Son of Man, and show you him dressed.
Yeah, that's all of them quote that's where a whole heap of Rasta come up with. A whole heap of Rasta, most Rasta, if you talk to them, exactly what you are saying now, it's so them say it.
Then but Muta, you have truth and lies, you know. With a man believing that God has Satan, you still have to acknowledge truth versus lies.
So Muta,
the foundation of Rasta is based on truth, you know. What is Rasta message? That Emperor heals Selassie is the Almighty. Then I have been still says so. Though you have some man and a lax upon God, Jah, Bible, I am not persuaded like that.
I can tell you something now.
Yeah, I know come that way.
If I tell you, say, I not add God for Haile Selassie because to me, if I tell you, say, the way I look on Haile Selassie, I would never put God on it because my idea of Haile Selassie higher than God.
All right, you know something now. Give me a second for an intellectual challenge here. Because I know job I will look at it. Muta, you see, all right, Muta, you see the difference with me and the man, they were shook God? Here I know.
Yeah.
Did I not say I can read myself?
It's like I shook Jesus too.
No, I kill that up straight, but look at me with the God. But hear me now. Muta, give me a say, God.
Yeah.
No, speaking for myself and as a priest, you know what I do?
Yeah.
I look up the word God for myself. There are books that give analogies, you know. I mean, I don't know either.
God mean?
And neither am I.
So what God mean?
So, well, praise Jah now. Hear this now. It's when I look for the word God.
What God mean, yeah.
Yeah, it says supreme, comma.
Yes.
Most high, comma. Deity, comma. And supernatural. So you see with these characteristics now, one man, I put that man.
Yes.
And that man is the King of Kings and Lord of Lords and the might of the Holy Trinity. I ain't not going no further than that.
Yeah.
His Imperial Majesty Emperor Haile Selassie, Baba Janai, Baba Shanti Satamatagana, Tetragrammaton Ramla is the King.
Yeah,
but the King.
But you know, calling Haile Selassie God don't make him higher and lower.
Wait, I hear me. One writer say
Haile Selassie is enough for Haile Selassie.
Yes, man. I hear him, and some man say it's a great thing. Them get a king blessing.
Some people call him.
It's a God, them get a godly blessing. That is my duty, you know.
Some people say Haile Selassie. You hear some man refer to the emperor and call him Selassie.
In our zeal. All right, you this now. This can show you. Briefly. You know, so when I was down at His Majesty's School week before last Sunday, I wasn't the only one there. My virgin Bunny. I read on me attack, man.
Yeah.
You know, say, when ones and ones refer to His Majesty, you know what the man say?
Wow.
Burn His Majesty now. That's everyone shook. But you know what I analyzed the man's statement to mean?
Yeah.
The man was seeking to make a difference of the utterance of His Imperial Majesty differently from His Majesty ordinarily.
And that means when a man says Selassie, it's the most disrespectful thing I can hear him say when he says Selassie. It's supposed to be Haile Selassie.
But by right, Selassie is just barefoot, you know. Because you have many man named Selassie that talk about His Imperial Majesty. He is Selassie first.
Yeah, but
that is a definition.
Yeah, but I now go say, if I talk to Haile Selassie, if I refer to Haile Selassie, I now call him Selassie.
All right, Muta, that one I'm going to flabbergast, man. Yeah, you're right. You're right, quickly. Yeah. You're right. We move from the lamb to the lion. That is biblical. You know what is left now?
Wow.
Chariots are fire after the mark, boss. You think, hey, you can. Muta, you think where I am now, I just get up and come and so? After the mark, your boss. It is world enslavement by the GPS. I know you know what that means, satellite and computer. That means all your freedom is taken. Before Mr. Wellness took office, he promised that if he was elected, he would insist that all the communities have CC camera. Hey, them boy have some big plan for the people.
So you don't agree with that? You don't agree with it?
It's like how you don't accept it by the as God. Eh?
No, wait, no, don't get me wrong, you know, brethren. Listen to me. Hear what me I say now. I don't want you to twist the thing, you know.
No, man, I'm about this.
No, listen.
Respectful.
You say I am talking for I now. You see, God and devil, not in my consciousness.
Me hear what you said on the news. I would mention this stuff humorous laugh.
Wait, you see,
but a man is entitled to them belief.
Wait, no, man. You see, Haile Selassie, Haile Selassie is what bring me to where me is now and who me is now. So I will not reject.
So let me ask you a question. Are you finished? Are you finished with growing?
No, wait, no. I will not reject Emperor Haile Selassie. No, you see, when I look upon the concepts of God and devil, I refuse in my tradition right now, in my ability to understand things, I refuse to hold God and devil in my consciousness.
All right, I hear you. Give me a second.
And I refuse Haile Selassie, you know, I just tell you where I refuse.
Me hear you.
I refuse the concept of God and devil.
You want to say me virgin, because you have great...
Then I'm a virgin, man. You're a virgin, man.
Seriously talking, you're a virgin, you know why? You're very Afrocentric and cried, and we love you for that. But
even though you make Ian Boy make you cuss me, but you're a virgin, even though you make Ian Boy make you cuss me.
We have to do what the man name, man, oh man. But Muta, seriously, hey, believe it or not, I know, matter of fact, your habits that you have is, matter of fact, the longevity, the testimony said, I will be around to see the galactical advent. Because being man, you see after that trip, that boss.
I hope so.
And a rebuke and human conscience that is motivated by decency, know that it is a gross abomination. All them things are manifest before I know the word of the Almighty God. Can you start off to say, no? You start off to say, glory to word, glory to sound and power. I listen to you carefully, and it sounds so good.
I never said no glory to word, I said word, sound, and power.
Thank you for the correction, sir. But in any case, there was a form of exaltation there. So you see, I live by the written word, and I prove that word, and I find the prophetical word, and I know, say, after the mark your boss,
live by it. If it that keep you happy and fulfilled.
But it's not only happy. I have seen the fruits. Yeah. So what I don't know. All right, Muta, seriously, no, man.
No, you know, we have to move now, though.
Yeah, man, watch it. I sell my place. I know much here. You know the place. Yeah. Why you think 19 years I got now, you know? So I know so what the people don't know. And them going to be the foolish virgins.
All right, we know so we have to move now.
So bless yourself, man.
A long time there, you know. Believe you. You can't
and I give thanks for this opportunity, man. Bless yourself, the wife and the royal family.
I give more than Ian Board give for the television.
On behalf of School of Vision, thank you very much.
Blessed. Give thanks, yeah?
Aye.
Yeah, man. Give thanks to the movement. Yeah, we have some brethren we love, you know, because, yes, you know, and some people might hear me attack. You see, when, I know, all right, you see, Dermot is a brethren where him is a Bible scholar and him follow with the Bibles and things. You see, when I just aside Rasta, I got 12 tribe and I hear about this Bible thing, you know. When I got 12 tribe, I hear about this Bible thing. You see, when I left Kingston and got Bush go live, you see the rest of them ride demons where I come to this level, you know. I never hear them a quote Bible. I never them a read Bible. And them a yell Haile Selassie. I know hear them a talk about no God, no devil. And it used to perplex I. Because I come from city and I hear Haile Selassie is God, Haile Selassie is Christ in his second coming and all them. And I say, but oh, them Rasta man, yeah. not talk about God, not talk about no devil, not talk about no Jesus. And them are heal Haile Selassie. And it take a years for going high in space. That I look on the lady, my children, them mother, and say, but wait, this is a thing where we have to go examine, you know. And we stay in the bush there, examine, and I say, but wait, a serious thing. The God and devil thing never work out. The God and devil thing never work out. But it's a true way I say Haile Selassie, it carry in a state of knowledge, ital tradition, nature tradition, where lead me to this. And then I go start to study ancient African traditions and realize, but the ancient, them used to look on the emperor just like how Rasta look on the emperor. The ancient, them in Egypt, in Kemet, them used to look on the emperor, the pharaohs, the pharaohs, not the emperor, the pharaohs. Just like how the Rasta them look on the emperor. And we know, well, I know that if I never did that say Haile Selassie, I wouldn't be the person who I am now. And I find myself, I love myself. I love myself, believe you me. And Brian love me. Mm-hmm. Yes. I'm a brethren. And I know, say, I don't think I am hated by the world because I am treading how I'm treading. And we break certain rules and certain orthodoxy in Rasta. But I come in a Rasta and I never used to hear the Rasta them talk about Haile Selassie God. Never. In the Bingi house, I talk about, no, I not talk about the Bingi house as an organization. Because right now the Bingi house come like organization. Man, I write pen and paper and I read Bible and something. When I just talk about Bingi, I never see Rasta read Bible. And every man in there, I say, Haile Selassie is the Almighty I. No, Almighty God. Never hear the word there. In the Bingi. Never. I don't care where a man want to tell me. I never grew up in a Rasta. Come here. Hardcore Rastafari. Now a Bingi man. I say, Emperor Selassie is the Almighty God. Yes, still every man. I say, hi, Emperor Selassie, hi. You understand? So, I don't want a man twist and get it wrong. I don't want a man when he gets it. Well, you know, you must say, I just know God. Yeah, we don't work with God. Looks like we don't work with the devil. There's no opposite to Haile Selassie. There's no, when you talk about God, you have an opposite. God can't exist without the devil. And devil can't exist without God. It's one kind with two different states. So, I just want to get that clear because I hope people might hear me keep saying that thing. They say, we not work with no God. And I say, then yeah. They know Musa say my Rasta and them not say Haile Selassie. No, we have to say Haile Selassie is the God part that we not work with. Just like we not work with Jesus. Because same fear God, him not work with Jesus neither. Because him talk about Jesus and turn the world because it's the power. It's power. We not work with no Jesus. We not work with Jesus neither. That is how unorthodox I am. We're not working with no God. We're not working with no devil. We're not working with no Jesus. We're not working with no Jesus. And we're not working with no John either. Because Jah is a bastardization of a Hebrew word Yah. Y-A-H is Yah. The only place in the Bible Jah there is Psalm 68. External not writing up on the wind, that's Jah. And that is an English Jah. There's no J in Hebrew language to say Jah. And we go as far as knowing, say, not even Jah, because it's knowledge. And the more you examine and the more information you get, you can't be free to shed what you thought you know. I am not one of those who find out something. And when I examine the something, I realize, but this is a right thing. And because I did that to something else before, I now go say, no, I now go say that again. Because I come up and I say, Emperor Selassie is God. And I move from that. Years ago, I'm not talking about years, I'm talking about like, how much years old me is that? I'm talking about like 40 years ago. We moved from the God thing. So if a man want to steal this one, same price as your God, but that's nothing. But me now validate Haile Selassie in a no Bible. Me now validate Haile Selassie in no Bible. Because it's a contradiction, whole heap of contradiction involved when you start to do that. Yeah.
Get up when the sun sings.
Oh, me not hear about that here. Wait, what man dingo are you that?
Yeah, me I tell you, it's almost an hour me I hear the evangelist there a while ago, you know. So you and him have to go give me some money for my credit, you know.
Well, you should hang up and call back.
No, because sometimes when you hang up and try to call forward, you know, get through, you know what I mean?
Yeah, but you see that program, you know, it takes different turns and twists and...
No, me know, but me just the turn where it take this man in almost an hour.
Yeah, but that's what it come like Walker's Wood. A Walker's Wood, turn and twist. Like Fern Gully.
You know.
Anyway.
Yeah, yes, Muta, because, you know, even I hear, this is the thing where that brethren there a while ago exemplify the problem where some of our people have is that them get caught up in this Christian Bible business. You know, this Christian Bible business and not dealing with the African spiritualities and religions where precede this Christian Bible and them Abraham business there and that type of thing. The kind of definition. And then we have a situation now where in this world, we see what happened in Brussels the other day, 2 Tuesdays ago. We see what happened in Pakistan where some Taliban blew up and kill mostly children and women because they must celebrate Easter and things. But we have to, as African people, have to talk about those Muslims as fanatics in Boko Haram in Nigeria and elsewhere in Africa who killing African people because them not Muslim.
Yeah. And I'm about them kill Muslim too who don't in the same part like Sunni, like the Sunnis and the Shia them
precisely like those who are Shia them are kill the Shia them and that type of thing, you know. I'm not different from the European Christians them where kill other people in the name of so-called religion, you know. And we have noticed most of the African Muslims in Africa and outside of Africa, in the States, Jamaica, Britain and elsewhere, you don't hear them condemning what these jihadists doing in killing Africans who are not Muslims, because as you know, I am an African traditional. I am not Christian and not Muslim and never will be. And we need to deal with our own original spiritualities and so. Take, for example, what is called Ethiopia now. The largest national group in Ethiopia is the Oromo, more than the Amharic and the others and so on.
Yeah.
And the name for the creator in their Oromo language is WAQ, W-A-Q. So, even those who say that them is Rasta must overstand that in what is now called Ethiopia, the country called Ethiopia, we used to call Abyssinia and thing. Before, the groups like the Oromos and other people have our own indigenous native religions and spiritualities with our names and our precepts until Christianity was introduced through Frumentius.
Yeah, the Byzantine era.
Precisely. So, you know, this Jesus Christ business and no Christian Bible business. And Bible simply mean book. We have our original books. And me not follow me, and how am I, an African who know myself, to follow anything to do with Abraham and his descendants, when I, the African, is thousands of years before Abraham and any other set of people.
No
way. My solution as African, Marcus Garvey said, we look within ourselves and we must let go this Christian Bible and this Muslim Quran business. We just come on the scene and we all use things from our culture and them type of thing there. We don't need to be imprisoned by the thought patterns and the literature in the Christian Bible and also the Muslim Quran, etc., who fight and try to destroy indigenous, original African spiritualities and religions.
That may I say.
Yes, I'm in love with where you talk about with the pharaohs and things, because there was a time after what is called Egypt, which is Kemet, was united, Upper and Lower Egypt, the north and the south, by Narma, who the Greeks call Menes and thing. After a while, you did find that some of the pharaohs were seen as deities. Yeah. As you correctly say, by some of the people. So this concept that some people regard some kings and so as deities is nothing new.
African tradition.
Precisely. It's nothing new. But we know in African tradition that the Almighty Creator is simply the Almighty Creator. God is Word God. It's a Scandinavian word which simply mean a superhuman being. Yeah. The etymology of it. Supreme. That's what that means.
Supreme being.
Yes, for them. Yeah. You know, and they just come on the scene. So we have to deal with our people need to study our own spiritual and religious traditions which predate Islam, Christianity, and the Hebrewism of Abraham, and thing. You know, and you have people come on your program, for example, I try push them Christian religious thing in all kind of disguise, and at the same time pretending that is not them little Christian business that them trying to push. You know, a quote about Daniel, this and that and that. But the thing about it is that through you and I grew up and we know this Christian Bible too, them not able to fool us. You see? Because the literature where them quoting is literature that we read from we are youths. But we over that and sit through that. By us knowing ourselves, you know, and that type of thing. But I just want our people to know that we have a war also as African people against these Muslim jihadists who are trying to forcefully convert or kill Africans and other people who do not accept their religious terrorism.
But you know, the Christian them say that anytime Jesus come back, all those who don't believe in him shall go down in hell and burn. So them also preach the death of people who don't agree with them.
Exactly. Both of them are opposite sides of the same kind. Both of them doing the same. It's really just terrorism, because you and I know these Christians will tell you that. You know, the other day I was talking to a woman and she said, if I am born again. And I said, no, I am not born again, but I worship the Creator. She said, well, I can't talk to you because since you are not born again, I can only pray for you. I say, I will pray for you. She get vexed.
Yeah, well, I sit down in a plane with a white woman beside me and she said, son, if this plane should go down now, where would you go? I say, I don't know where you're talking about, because the whole way I go them say, well, you should that your spirit go up. I say, all right, we just go back and sleep to that thing. Because if the plane go down, the whole way I go down, she say, me have to make sure it's me go up. I have to believe in Jesus to go up.
They try to use this Jesus Christ thing to terrorize people psychologically. Because what this woman said to me too was that it is not, if I don't serve Jesus Christ, I cannot be saved. I say, I don't serve your Jesus Christ. Yeah, I serve the Almighty Creator who created I and Jesus Christ. She look at me in horror.
I hear a black man I tell some people past saying that they are defend Trump. Him say the Jews they must convert. Just like when Trump say him not allow the Muslim them in America. Hear him now, no? Yes, and the Jews they must convert to Christianity because there's no other name that man can be saved but in the name of Jesus Christ. I say, okay. That is the next one. Anyway, we have to move here in a bridge at 2 o'clock.
True. And them and the Muslim jihadists, they are no different.
All right.
They are the same thing.
We have to move.
Terrorists, religious terrorists. Blessed love.
Yeah. Yeah, we want to give thanks to the movement, give thanks to the time, give thanks to the energy. We see matrix behind we are so. But, you know, them way there, you know, when I listen to the title is Elect of God, think about it. Rastaman want to change that and say elect of himself. It's really a weird thing. That's what you call cut off your foot to fit the shoes. When the Rastaman say elect of himself, that means God elect himself, you know. And then them go with the thing about theocracy, government. All these things is what people say, but we have to take some deep thinking. You know, Plano say Rasta need a new faculty of interpretation. Plano say that. Plano say, and Plano is a philosophy at its highest level. Plano say Rasta need a new faculty of interpretation. And him know why him say it. But really and truly, when a man examines something and him realize that something is not in line with where him believe in or where him think him know, even though the thing are blatantly in front of him refuse to let go of the thing where him think him believe in or where he think him know. You know, it's like a man I go to an edge of a cliff and him knows him going to jump off. But true, they didn't have in their mind, say, boy, right now, man did a fly in a hole then there, so him good all fly too. Him ignore the reality of the situation, or the knowledge, or the precedent that is set about height. So, we want the people them to understand where we are come from. We are talking about Haile Selassie in the ancient Kemetic understanding of Ra. How the Egyptian them, how the Kemet people them see them Pharaoh. That is the understanding that we are come with. We now come with one book where written who we don't even know who write it. And we hear the quotes all the while about Haile Selassie saying this and saying that, but that is Haile Selassie. Just like how Fagan, that is what Fagan have said. Fagan have the Bible to comfort him. It is my knowing in Haile Selassie that I work with. That is why I say. Sound like a contradiction? If you think so, your problem is not mine. We're gone, you know. Tomorrow, well, not tomorrow, little more from this, stepping razor from 2 to 5:45. We give thanks to Brian, give thanks to Tracy, give thanks to me hungry on Main Street or so. You know which part you know which part, you know when you're me hungry Matrix? Right. Matrix, why is so quiet there, man?
Right side of John Crow.
Right side of John Crow. You remember, it's so easy to remember now. It's so easy to remember now when we say it. Matrix remember it, you know. Yeah. That the hungry there right beside of John Crow. What a beautiful thing to say. I love that name, John Crow. Oh gosh. You have a mongoose in it too? Ratted. Anyway, I got with that tune, yeah.
Get up and do something. Oh, yeah.